Good evening, and welcome to the Day 3 Guys podcast. We are thrilled to have you.
Welcome into the Day 3 Guys podcast. I'm Gabe. This is JP, Nick, Matt. The Day 3 Guys pod is going to be a pod about football, and especially those gritty Day 3 guys like Puka and Cooper Kupp. So let's get started.
Boys. Let's do it. Well, I'm Nick. So the podcast is pretty much going to be about, we're going to be focused on NFL football. We'll tie in some college football as well. A lot of us are draft nerds here. No, you don't think so? Well, most of us are draft nerds. Three-fourths draft nerds. So we'll definitely be tying in some college football. Maybe we'll tie in some other sports as we go on, but it will be NFL-centric. So hopefully, you guys enjoy the podcast. We're going to be giving our opinions and thoughts. We're going to try to, get into the nitty-gritty. We're going to be rooting on our own team. We're also going to try to keep it a little bit unbiased, I guess. I mean, it might be a little bit
At
biased.
times it's going to be hard.
I think it's kind of hard.
But there will be bias.
There will be bias. We do have segments that it could get a little biased. So we'll get into that. But we're excited to do this every week. We're going to plan on putting these out on Thursdays so we can get them out before our Thursday night football. That's the plan. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me. I'm in.
Let's do it. So we're gonna have some weekly segments every week that we'll go into. I think JP will be able to introduce some of those. What we're gonna be going into.
So some of them will be the Betta Betta. So we're all going to have our takes about the bets for the week. And we're going to keep a record of, who wins, who loses. We're probably going to have some really bad bets. We may have some that hit. We'll see. And then we're going to have
so much money.
and then we're going to have the Mr. Irrelevant segment, where we will ask questions, see what Mr. Irrelevant has to say about the week, and just see what he knows. See if he knows ball or not.
There's a serious question.
Do you think you know ball?
Well, see, that's the question within the group.
The running question of the pod is, does Mr. Irrelevant know ball?
Well, I think the hope would be that Mr. Relevant would at least learn ball.
I think throughout this whole
It's a learning
process,
experience.
We'll see if he starts out hot. We are going to be doing that every week. We'll keep a record of it. That will happen towards the end of the pod. Beginning of the pod, we're going to be hopping into our agendas, kind of talking about it'll pretty much be revealed who each of us is rooting for individually, what we think about our individual teams, and we'll definitely be making the case that they are going to be the 2026 Super Bowl champions. Most of us probably, I don't know about
Some teams are more likely than others.
Yeah.
The Patriots coming back. The Steelers and the Vikings, from an unbiased perspective, would probably be ahead of the other two, our AFC East teams, but, crazier things have happened, haven't they?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the league in the last few years has been pretty
Pretty straightforward. There's some clear contenders. We'll definitely get into those. But we're going to kind of start it out by introducing, what we think about the training camp, what's been going on there, what's been going on in the preseason week 1. There's a lot to unpack there, so we'll definitely get into that. But this is going to be more of an introductory podcast, kind of what we're about. We're not going to do, a ton of insane, bold season projections. Yeah, we're going to try to feel it out a little bit, and we'll see how it goes. Maybe a little bit bold. But yeah, what have you guys been seeing around the week lately?
Shedeur. Always Shedeur.
Yeah,
It's just the time, right?
Oh, we'll get to Shedeur.
Yeah, we probably.
I say we open it up with the agendas.
Yeah, you want to open up with that?
Let's do it.
Let's get
Our
into it.
agendas. Anybody want to kick us off?
Let's go, Matt.
Okay, I'll
So,
start.
who's your going to be your agenda?
So this season, you guys see the hat. My guy this year, it's just got to be McCarthy. He hasn't played a single snap of regular season football, but I think this is the year. He is in the best situation in the league, and I think that with all the weapons he's got around him and defense on the other side, I think there's some potential there. So, I'm going to be rooting my Vikings on this year. So, yeah.
Do the Vikings improve from last year? That's kind of a.
You got a guy like Darnold in there last year. You got, Kevin O'Connell turns him into this, this quarterback that can win 14 games in a year and is leading, his offense. So I think if he can do the same thing with McCarthy, there's no telling. But I'm in it for the long haul with McCarthy. If this isn't the year, then I think that in the future we're gonna be doing special stuff. So
Do you think the Vikes get 14 wins again?
no chance. No, I think last year
No to the 14, so you're going under 14.
under, yeah.
Do they win playoff game?
That's really
With really a rookie season from McCarthy.
I just don't. I see. My worry is that if he does get in there, and if we get a wild card spot, which because I don't know if we're going to win the division because the Packers could be in there, and even though later on I'll talk about the Lions, but they're still in the fight. I don't know if McCarthy has that experience that's going to get him through a game like that. So, you saw what happened in Darnold. He started seeing
that's national champion J.J. McCarthy, though.
It really is.
But you saw what happened to Darnold in that game. He saw ghosts, and so does McCarthy have that same kind of reaction to a situation? Does Jared Verse on him? And do we play the Rams again?
The Rams were all in that game.
So it was always the Rams.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens, but I'm really excited. I think our defense is. We got Bernard in there, with Van Ginkel, Byron Murphy. I think we're in a really good spot right now.
Yeah, B-Flow.
Yeah.
Best DC in the league.
I thought we were going to lose him in the offseason, but, we kept him. No one wanted to hire him, so
his head coaching tenure didn't go on.
How do you feel about Jackson?
Well,
Jordan,
God forbid someone, wants to drive and,
off the field.
Yeah, God forbid you want to fall asleep at the wheel. What happened in this country, right? So,
it's WR1 behavior.
He wants to be great. He wants to be
WR1?
Yeah. Well, no,
I think
it's behavior.
No, not on that team. But I would. On most teams, Jordan Addison.
Oh, he's absolutely one capable.
Oh yeah, no, he's a dog, and I'm excited to see how they use him in Jettas at the same time next year. Try to open up coverages and Naylor too. And we have the guy from Maryland. I'm forgetting his name right now, but we just drafted him, picked him up in the draft, and I think he's going to be good as well. So, yeah.
Oh, Ty Feldman.
Yeah, Ty Feldman.
Yeah, he's also really high on him.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
Yeah, well, the Vikings should be pretty good this year. I actually think that, they are. If J.J. McCarthy can bring it this year any way like Darnold did last year, I think KOC will definitely bring the best out of him. And the Vikings could definitely be a contender this year. They are in a tough division. But we'll see about it. I think
I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to
It's a good year to be a Vikings fan, though.
I think so.
You're young.
Well, dude, after everything we went through I was always a Kirk out guy. I know, everybody loved him.
Yeah,
of
Kirk.
I was always.
Whoever watched Quarterback season 2, sad times.
I do. He's a great person. I just never thought that he was going to be the answer for us. And I felt like moving on was great, and obviously Kwesi and our GM and Kevin O'Connell, they did a crazy rebuild in almost 2 years, which is really fast. So I'm really looking forward to what we're gonna do. Aaron Jones, I'm excited about Aaron Jones too. He's a little injury prone, but if he can just stay healthy throughout the season, I think it's gonna be really good. So
does Matt sound like a
I was gonna say,
wow.
You made it sound like Matt doesn't know ball. He just rattled off.
Well, this is like I said, this is the question.
I
do
guess
I
this is
know
the
ball?
baseline.
Good debut. Good debut.
No, I agree.
Good debut.
I had to say
Bias's team. It wasn't biased. It was.
Well, see, this is where it stops, because the second you guys started talking about these second and third position players on the depth chart, I'm just gonna be lost. So,
well, on that note, Nick, you want to
yeah, you're gonna
enlighten us.
I might be a little bit more obnoxious.
What's happening in Foxborough is what I would love to know.
The agenda will be following the New England Patriots and specifically our savior, the next GOAT. Perhaps number 10, Drake May. The keys have been held have been passed on to Drake May. We did bring in a new regime, Mike Vrabel at the helm, whole new coaching staff, Josh McDaniels. We have high hopes for the offense this year. We have high hopes for the defense this year. The Patriots are back. I dare I say they're back. I think we're going to get back to our winning ways. It might not be, coming home with a Lombardi this year, maybe. You got to play the games first. But I think the Patriots are going to get back to their old ways sooner rather than later. I think we had an awesome draft. I think we had arguably the best free agency and draft combined effort in the league. I think you could say that from an unbiased perspective. I would say at least it's top 5 minimum offseason for the Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
The Patriots got better in a big way, helping all different directions. Our O-line should be pretty revamped. Probably a lot of young guys that we're betting on that, maybe they're ready, maybe they're not. We got a young weapon or two. We got Travion Henderson, who we're really excited about. We'll get into him a little bit later. But, guys like Milton Williams, Harold Landry, Kavion Chasen's having a heck of an offseason. And then we got our WR1 and Stephon Diggs. I believe in him. I know someone else doesn't really believe in him as much. But we're looking forward to see what Drake does with him. And we also might have the next Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola clone, and Efton Chisholm. I'm sure some of us have
This
seen
is the
that.
first I'm hearing.
He has the name.
Okay.
He has the
He
name.
has the name. And another UDFA, the Patriots may have found another gem, and of the same skin color.
It's important.
So we are excited about him.
Bill might have left, but his legacy lives on.
Yeah, no, and I think Vrabel's going to do a great job. I love the juice that he brings. Watching a lot of Patriots content in the off season.
I think that's going to be what's
absorbing
most
it.
important for y'all is that culture change. Honestly,
I
think he brings.
Oh,
a
from
full
Mayo
different
brand
brand.
new.
Yes.
I mean, Mayo, look, great player, captain. We had high hopes for him. It looked pretty good on paper, other than the fact that, no coaching experience. I think he could one day maybe become a good coach. Not everybody starts out high. Didn't have a whole lot to work with talent-wise, but kind of got dealt a bad hand. But Vrabel's a no-brainer to hire. So I'm happy Kraft made the move. It was bold. But the Patriots are set up to win this year. I do think that we're going to get a lot of improvement. Our schedule is pretty favorable as well. So we'll be rooting for a playoff bid this year. I think it's possible. We'll have to have a few things break our way in a pretty good AFC. But I have a lot of confidence that we will finish at least in the top half of the division. But that's all I'll say on that note. I'll probably end up talking more about the Patriots later, but really excited about them. But yeah, I'll be talking about them throughout the year, keeping everybody updated on the Pats. But there probably won't be much of a need because they're gonna be known globally for their performance.
No,
this
for
year.
sure.
Wow.
No, for sure.
Wow,
That's a take.
We're excited about 10. Drake's gonna lead us to the promised land. Like I said, sooner rather than later. So that's it for me right there. I'm gonna pass it on.
Do we think the Pats can steal one from the Bills this year?
A game?
Oh, yeah.
I think we can absolutely steal one. Do we think we're gonna steal the division from them?
I thought, are we going to get 2 competitive games from the
Oh,
Pats?
absolutely. I do. I think the team can have a lot of. No, the Bills. I don't know who I'm gonna have as my Super Bowl champ, but the Bills would probably be up there.
They're in there.
Unfortunately, Josh Allen's in the division. I love Josh Allen. Hopefully, Drake can become like Josh Allen. I think that's a fair assessment. He's kind of similar body type, maybe.
Fair assessment.
Well, I mean,
That's
someone
if we
who
look
loves
at the
it.
Drake May stats from this year.
Well, you can look at stats all you want, but I mean, we all know the situation he was put in. But I think most of us would agree that Drake. We don't need to call out 10 yet. I mean, that's insane.
No, I'm a fan of 10. I was a fan of 10.
That was in the draft. That was a guy that I said, if we get Drake, man, that'd be great.
I've been a
he wants to
Drake
be one.
believer. I was with Nick on draft night. I've been a May lever since
Is that what
draft.
they're calling him?
That's what I'm
May
calling him.
lever.
A May lever?
I think May's going to be great. But
You
Josh
get on
Allen
that May
comparisons in year 2.
Okay, that's fine. Was Josh Allen very good?
No, he wasn't.
Exactly.
So it's a good
what
point.
I'm
But
saying.
Josh Allen is the MVP. I think we should pump the brakes.
No, absolutely.
Maybe.
Well, we're hoping Drake's gonna,
That's the hope.
That's the hope. And I don't think it's.
You could have a
Absolutely.
Commander's run. You could have a Commander's run.
I mean, I think he's a better, first round
That's-
quarterback prospect than other teams have had. Super Bowl
All right,
champion,
all right,
Kenny
all right.
Pickett.
All right.
I mean, he's a Super Bowl champion.
That's one more ring than Josh Allen.
It is.
Just saying.
So maybe
Just
we should be
That's
living
not
up
shot.
to the legacy of 8 ball with KP there.
He's 7 now.
Is he
with,
7 now?
with the Browns, I believe.
Oh, the Browns, yeah. 3 teams.
We'll get to
for
that.
KP. We will get to that. But the Patriots, high hopes. Maybe we'll beat the Bills once or twice. Once. We won't beat them twice. this year.
Once is the ceiling.
But if we beat them once, we'll be happy.
Respectfully.
And that will be important. Now, who I do think, and I already know what he's going to say, but I think we're going to beat the Dolphins twice this year.
That'd be a first. With that being said, I feel like that's a pretty good segue into the season outlook for Mr. Oliver over here.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, so me and Nick, we're both in the AFC East. The first 2 have gone with quarterbacks as their agenda. I will not be going with the quarterback. I'm going with my boy Jalen Waddle because he's
You're
going
going to hit a Waddle for us?
he's
Oh,
going to
he's gonna
break
break
down
down.
this year. He's been having standout camp. He's him and Willie Gay have had the best camp so far for the Dolphins. There's not a lot of bright spots. Willie Gay's been playing really good. Apparently, he didn't play good for the Saints last year, but Unfortunately, the Dolphins have a really bad second string line and probably the worst DB room in. Yeah, it's bad. Storm Duck is going to be the juice that keeps us going. But we'll see.
Agenda. Storm Duck.
Storm Duck could be on
That's
the
a
back.
sick name.
Storm Duck.
It's an all-time DB.
It would be good for the league if he was.
It would be great. Him and F.
Good
Chisholm.
for us.
Could you imagine that?
Sauce Gardner on the Jets?
I mean,
AFCs might be
there's a lot there.
the name.
But no, Waddle. It's Waddle time.
All right.
You know, Tyreek.
I was
Let's talk about Reed.
Yeah,
what's
what's
going on there?
Well, him and Tua's relationship is still not fixed, but I feel like as we all played, sports growing up, we all have like the one guy who we don't enjoy being around. But I feel like in the league, when you have to be around them every day when you're practicing with them, at some point their relationship's going to be healed. If it's not already, maybe it's just what the media thinks.
Mm-hmm.
Media takes everything out of context.
Yeah.
But Reek, as long as he has more touchdowns than kicks this year, I'll be good.
Wow.
That is quite the problem.
I mean,
Betta Betta of the week. Does Tyreek Hill go over or under touchdowns as kids he has? Because kids that makes sense.
Well, like a lot.
Yeah, remind us.
He's
like,
got
what's-
like at least 11.
I want to say
So
I know it's at least 10.
So is the line's at 11? I mean,
11 and a half.
No. How many? He had more kids than touchdowns last year.
Okay, so I would go under this year
No, like he had more kids born last year.
again. Oh, he had all of those kids last year.
Okay, so Tyreek Hill has 7 children.
Okay.
I think there might be more than that.
I hit the over 7.5. I hit the over on that. Touchdowns.
See, I hate to be that guy, but it really depends on Mr.
Will he
Tua.
ask out and will he be traded mid-season? I think that's
There is a
fair of a question.
more
you
likely
know,
probability.
If I have a feeling that if we start the season, 2-6 or 3-7, whatever, I have a feeling that McDaniels will be gone.
I agree.
The way that we've been the way that we did our offseason was not like a McDaniels offseason. We drafted 4 giant dudes in the draft. When has McDaniels ever focused on the line? And we're also, every single player that we've been signing after guys have gotten hurt, they've all been cheap. Like, it's not like we get Kader Kohu freaking down for the year, out for the count. All the fans want Rasul Douglas, and they go and sign Cornell Armstrong. Like, they're not. Rasul Douglas is asking for $6 million. Cornell Armstrong was cheaper.
What do you think that indicates? Like, are they selling? Are they preparing to sell? Or are they...
No, I think they're preparing for Anthony Weaver to take over as the head coach.
Really?
After McDaniels is gone.
Who's Anthony Weaver?
Our defensive coordinator.
Okay, I'm sorry I have to ask.
No, valid.
I'm trying to learn here.
But that's why they've been beefing up. Like, we got Jonas Savaianaya. We got
Gotta take the Hawaiians.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna say,
between Miami and Tennessee, there's too many Hawaiians. We've got Jonas Savaianaya, Jordan Phillips, Zeke Biggers, and
You gotta be big.
He's like 6'6", 330, I think. We got him in the draft.
That's a large Patrick Paul.
And then we got Kenneth Grant.
Patrick Paul is a
Patrick
massive
Paul.
human.
Patrick Ball is big, and he has had a great
Ollie
game as
Gordon
well.
is a big running back.
Ollie
That's
Gordon
a big
and
guy.
Quinn
with-
Ewers might be a little bit.
Jalen Wright.
Sorry, guys. I'm so sorry.
Jeez,
I mean,
man.
Mr. Relevant.
With Alexander Madison going down for the season, we could see a lot more of Ollie Gordon. He could have just solidified the third running back.
We could.
Because Alexander Madison got hurt, and
I feel like, don't take this the wrong way, but I feel like Ollie Gordon is like Najee Harris if Najee wasn't that good in college.
Ollie Gordon had a
Ollie Gordon was awesome in college.
No, he wasn't until his last year.
Okay,
That's what I'm saying. Najee had a great college in general,
That's true.
which made
Ollie-
him the first round pick.
Ollie Gordon had a terrific first game in the NFL. I will say that.
In the preseason.
Correct,
Yeah.
but it's still his first
Yeah,
game.
no doubt.
So
He just gives me Najee Harris vibes.
Well, do you know who had an awesome game also? Quinn Ewers had a great game, right? What, 3 for 18?
Quinn Ewers.
We don't need
And
to
I
talk
was
about
kind of high on
QB3.
Quinn Ewers.
I was kind of high on him too.
For the record, I was very
It could be Quinn Ewers' season at a certain point in the season, and that might
Zach
be
Wilson.
for a variety of
Yeah,
reasons.
let's not sleep on Agent Zero of Zach.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Zach Wilson's still there. I mean, I thought he was the 2.
He
is.
We've,
He's
we've
okay.
seen a
Zach
Baker,
Wilson-
Zach Wilson
number
did
0.
not look good at all.
We've seen a Baker Mayfield resurgence. Maybe Zach Wilson's next.
Oh.
Maybe not.
Hmm.
But I mean,
Baker at least had flashes. You want to play off.
Well, what do we think about?
Exactly.
I mean, well, maybe we'll let him get into it first, but I mean, we got to talk about
Oh,
a certain
yeah.
trade. That was
I mean, Minka's
Between
back
two
home.
teams
Oh, I think
that-
we'll get there.
Minka's back home. That's all I gotta say.
All right, I think we should get into
That's
the
a
order
great
that
segue.
we should start.
That's a great segue. So my original agenda was Caleb Johnson and DK Metcalf. I've audibled to Jalen Ramsey.
Okay.
We acquired in the trade with Jonnu Smith for Minka. Gonna miss Minka, obviously, stud of a player, great ball, so really got to have him back. But I think J-Ram provides something to this defense that we haven't had in 10 plus years, and that's a nickel corner who locks down, a guy who can rotate back into the secondary and play safety. He can lock down on the outside, and not only that, we have two. I'm not going to say stud corners because I don't know what Darius Slay is going to bring at 34 years old. He's coming off one of the best years of his career at 34. So, I mean, still a good player. Joey Porter, got to cut down on the penalties, but I think he can be a lockdown corner. He showed flashes. Had a great camp. But J-Ram being like a puzzle piece to this defense, thanks, Matt, with the front seven, who I think is almost a lock to be top 3. I mean, you got TJ, Cam, Derek Harmon, Keanu Benton, Alex Highsmith, Patrick Queen, Peyton Wilson. In year 2 altogether, except for Derek Harmon, I think this defense is going to bring something that can win this team a lot of games. The Steelers, obviously. And then on the other side of the ball, Aaron Rodgers would be a layup. So I'm kind of going to go a different direction. I'm going to say the O-line. The Steelers' O-line is extremely young. They were on the incline last year until we got decimated by the back half of our schedule, which we're not going to reference in this podcast. But we got Zach Frazier, who was a top 5 center last year by every metric. He was an absolute stud as a rookie. You got Broderick Jones.
A DJ
Pause on
there.
Broderick Jones. Had a great preseason game, which I'm shocked. He was terrible last year. But moving back to his natural position at left tackle, don't know how much of a difference that's going to make, but he's healthy. He's playing well. He lined up great against Josh Hines Outland.
We'll be rooting for Broderick Jones.
He's a good dog.
He
You're a
is.
Dogs fan over here. At right tackle, Troy Faltanu has been a lockdown in camp. I'm so excited when he drafted him. I think he's going to be great.
No surprise, but
Has been stoning TJ Watt a couple times in practice. I mean, that's got to get you fired up. And I don't want to see
Maybe.
TJ Watt washed.
unless he's
No,
a
it's-
I mean, who knows? Maybe he got paid and doesn't want to play anymore.
Mason McCormick, South Dakota State guy. You know what you're getting there.
Yeah.
Absolutely
All he
great.
knows is
Freaky
ball.
athlete and played really well last year. So I think if this O-line can elevate this team and protect A-Rod, let him get the ball to DK and Jonnu and Pat, I think we're in for a good year, man. I think the defense is going to be the best in the league. I'm just going to say it now. I think they should be.
They could. I mean, what an offseason for the Steelers as well. I mean, that was just not a Steelers offseason.
Very
It did not feel
un-Steelers-like.
real.
Very un-Steelers-like.
I mean, they're going for it, huh?
Like, never in a million years would the Steelers trade a guy like Minka. Especially back to Miami.
For
To
two
get Jonnu.
pieces.
For Jonnu,
Yeah.
who could be an unsung hero for the offense. They already said he's going to play receiver. He's going to play out wide. He's going to be in the backfield. He's going to be a tight end. I mean, you saw last year the guy had the best season of his career. So,
I was just gonna ask, like, what's the ceiling for you guys this year? Like,
I mean, ceiling. I'm not going to say this team's a contender right now,
yeah,
but they have the potential to be if these things mesh. I think that's why the O-line's the biggest wild card. Because if the O-line can lock down, that's been our problem for so long.
yeah.
I think
especially with
Aaron's still got something in the tank. He flashed last year, 28 touchdowns, 11 picks. I mean,
you just gotta give him time because he's not gonna be.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If we protect him and maybe acquire another wide receiver, I've heard good things about Roman Wilson and Calvin Austin, but like a bigger body guy out there.
They're
They're both speed slot
If
guys.
only you had a guy like that.
If only. And then we traded him because he's a head case. Sorry, George.
Gosh, we missed GP already, and I'm not even.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's hard to be the same in Dallas, honestly. With Dax, with that.
I think
It's
Dallas.
just for the sake of the locker room, it had to happen. It had to happen.
Now, do we think that this agenda could eventually transition to a Will Howard agenda?
Honestly, no.
No,
Honestly,
no shot.
because listen, Will Howard was killing in camp. Killing. Moved up to QB3 immediately, which I know is not a big deal,
Wow.
but he was killing.
Riveted.
I know. Dicing in training camp against the ones. He got reps with the ones when A-Rod was out and Mason had something going on. He was off to the side. But killing, even against the ones who've been throwing good balls. Was gonna play week 1, obviously in preseason, breaks a bone in his hand. So let's say he's out for this preseason. He's not gonna play this year.
Is his
He's never
throwing
gonna
hand
play
or
this
his
year.
offense?
It's his throwing hand. So they said he might be back for game 3, which I think is necessary if he wants a shot to play on this team.
Yeah.
But he's not going to play during the regular season. We know this. Even if A-Rod goes down, Mason's going to be the guy. Because they're trying to
Mason, it's not the worst.
Mason won 3 games for us in a row when he had to come in for KP. So, I mean, we know he's capable. So I'll tell you why I don't
it's
think.
not great for KP.
Fair.
Super Bowl champ KP.
We're
Sorry.
not going to talk about KP.
He's got it right.
Got to respect. But I see Will's chance was going to be this preseason. If he went crazy and had a great preseason, I feel like the coaches would have been like, okay, maybe we give him a shot next year. But the plan is very clearly for the Steelers to draft a quarterback next year.
Mm-hmm.
They have comp picks from Russell Wilson, Justin Fields. They got the 3rd for George Pickens. They have, I think, 12-plus picks next year in the top 5 rounds.
Yeah.
They are gearing up to move up next year in a class that looks way better than the one
It
this
does
year.
look good. And
So I think-
man.
And if they draft a guy in the 1st round, you think they're going to be like, no, you got to sit for the 6th round or we drafted last year. Even though I think he hits flash.
Is there a guy on your radar right now that you would think like this is the guy I
Are we
want?
keeping him in the
now?
state?
I like Klubnik. I like Lenoris.
Oh, well, we do love Lenore.
Because
you know who I'm alluding to, and are we already off of him? In the
Us?
state?
Oh, Dreller?
Yeah.
We'll talk about
Wasn't
Drake.
Big Ben Light a few
He didn't play like it in the
months ago?
playoff.
No, I mean,
We'll see. We'll see. We'll put the hold on that now.
Yeah. I just wanted to know. I just wanted to see if there was like one guy you felt like, okay, all in, we gotta go and get this guy.
I like Will, but I'm not going to put my chips on the table for a 6th rounder. Even though I like him coming out.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I have on the Steelers.
We'll see how the Steelers do this year. I think
We'll
that
see, man.
out of maybe us two, because we know what they think, but Minnesota or the Steelers, do we think who think's going further this year?
Further, I have my pick, obviously.
Well, yeah, we're biased, so I mean,
I would have to go with Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh really, they have a veteranship. I do fear that McCarthy will, and this is not really a knock, it kind of is, but it's not meant to be that bad of a knock. But I do think he's going to lose them a few big games just because of lack of experience. And I think
It's his rookie year.
It is, and there's going to be growing pains, and I think KOC is going to set them up well, like we were saying. But I do think that they're a really hard division for especially a rookie quarterback. And could they still get in the playoffs? I think they'd probably be favored too. But do I think that they won't get any further than they did last year? I wouldn't be willing to bet on it. The Steelers, however, I can see it. I think Rodgers actually had a great year last year, aside from off the field. I'd say off the field, his trauma is kind of tough. But I do think Tomlin is the perfect coach to kind of offset that, which was why I think he was such a good fit. And I think that, they made some bold plays. If they had kept Pickens, I don't want to say Pickens is the X factor, I would feel like way, way better about this team. Just because on paper, like that team on offense with Metcalf and Pickens, and then having those small slot guys, like you were saying, that are doing damage, have a Warren to catch passes, have a Caleb Johnson go between the tackles, and if the O-line steps up, and you got Moose and all those other tight ends that you guys have, and Johnny Smith now, I guess, too. You feel a whole lot better about the Steelers, but I still think that they are, unfortunately, they have the Baltimore Ravens, and they exist in their division. I do think they have a shot to, make some noise and maybe upset a team in the playoffs. I would assume that would be a road game, but crazier things have happened once again. So that would be my personal take. What do you think?
I really, really wanted to say Vikings, but I'm going to say the Steelers as well because it's like it is in every sport. The young team never wins, except the Thunder, obviously, this year. The youngest.
Wow, we're already crossing.
The youngest team won. But, no, I'm just saying that, McCarthy's going to have the helm. He's at the helm.
Mm-hmm.
What's he going to do when the lights get bright?
What's he going to do?
And Tomlin,
That's your point, defender.
well, and I would hope. I would hope that in that situation, O'Connell has prepared him and told him you are going to get put in the spot, and you have to perform. And that's, it's like
replicate game reps in the playoffs.
I understand that, but you have to get him into a spot and a position to say you got it.
Well, the way you're gonna win is you don't put it on him. you have to let your team.
Well, I mean, I understand that aspect, but at the
I
same time, like it's gonna come down to him at one point, and it's gonna be like, do you have that dog inside of you to say like, I'm just gonna win, and like I don't, does he have that clutch factor?
And I will say, like, we do
knows?
talk about JJ, which he is a rookie, but he's also been sitting for a year. As we've seen a lot of quarterbacks when they go into year 2 and they sit not because of injury, just because of
It's not your typical
with
sit.
Jackson Dart this year with the
Giants
Giants.
with Pat.
I mean, that's what Mahomes did. That's what Jordan Love did for a few years, and it's worked out. So maybe JJ, took in a few things from a winning team last year, and maybe he did it. It was a God thing. He just is injured for a year and gets to organically watch on the sidelines and take it all in, not have that pressure, and then maybe he gets thrown in. I guess you could say it's not as much of a throw, and he's in a good situation, and
He's not thrown. I mean, he knew he was going to be the guy. I mean, once I don't know, because once Darnold threw those last 2 games, that was all smoke. That was
well, I also said, it was reasonable to think that Darnold could get re-signed. You could potentially bail on JJ.
No, I mean, look
Darnold
at
being younger, and they went 14-3.
No, but like the way this is how I experienced the last 3 games of the season. You have Darnold winning that game against the Packers, and then he comes into that locker room and they're showering him with water, and they're hailing him as this new the new starter, or whatever. Yeah, they're hailing him as the new starter in Minnesota, and then you go to Detroit, you get pounced by, you get absolutely routed by Detroit. You get into the red zone, you don't score, and then you go and then you play the Rams in the playoffs, and then he's holding the ball the whole time. He looks like he sees ghosts out there, and then he ruins our season in 2 games. So,
but let's be real for a second. Let's be real.
That's how I experienced
it. Let's say Darnold goes and beats the Lions, wins the division, and
so then we get
the next playoff game, but they lose.
Well, so then we would have gotten a bye, and we wouldn't have played in the wild.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They play in the division.
Yeah.
Do you if let's say they lose on a game-winning field goal, 33-30, and he's balled 4 touchdowns.
We keep him. Yeah.
You think you keep him? What
yes.
do you do with JJ?
Well, he said. You let him battle out in training camp. But we re-sign him for the whatever.
He's going to want 4 years.
I was about to say he's going to want
the guy.
Well, I mean, McCarthy's still on his rookie contract at that
point. He's 22. JJ's one of the youngest rookies.
The advantage of the NFL is if you have a good young quarterback, you have him on the rookie.
Well, you kind of have to keep him at that
point. That's why it's over for the Niners. I mean, we decided Brock Purdy and the Bengals, and other facets the Bengals have spent money, and I mean, whether it's flashy, whether it's not.
It's just a poorly run.
It's just not.
But
we will. I think it's time to start talking about some training camp around the league.
I agree.
Yeah. I want to get into camping.
What you got?
Well, I mean, I'm not talking about camp. I just want to hear what everyone else has to say about camp.
I got some points I think we can talk about. I think we should first talk about the QB battles around the league, mainly Cleveland, New Orleans. What do we think?
New Orleans is in a bad spot.
Indianapolis. So who comes out on top in these 3, and why do we think that? Or by what mechanism do you think they get there?
I think that New Orleans is in such a hard position right now because you got Rattler, who did not do good last season, and now you have Shuck, who hasn't proven anything. And then what weapons do they have? And because this is from Mr. Relevant. But what do they really have going for them as a team?
Rasheed down there somewhere.
I'll say this: the Saints are probably in the worst position of any professional franchise right now.
So does it really matter who wins that? John?
Probably not. But if they find that, let's say Shuck comes out and wins Rookie of the Year, you're feeling a lot better as the Saints front office.
Yeah.
Because Kellen's going to stay. You have some stability at quarterback.
You can start your rebuild for real.
If he sucks, and Rattler sucks, they are spinning for the next probably 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, and look at their division too.
Exactly. Their divisions.
I don't know.
But
if Phoenix is good, and
their division is getting a little better.
Then you have
better, but it's nowhere near the upper echelon.
But I feel like there's such a drop off from the Panthers to them, in my opinion. Maybe that's.
No, I think the Saints are far and away at maybe the worst in the league. I think I would put them below Cleveland.
I don't know if they will be this year. I think they'll be bad this year. But going forward, it looks dull in New Orleans.
But then,
going forward.
again, I mean, you got a local kid that might go number 1 in the draft, and you might be picking one.
True.
And
True.
I honestly, what that brings me to is I don't know why the Saints took Tyler Shuck. I wasn't high on him. I know others might have been. I don't think he's the answer. I think that will probably be evident this year in some way, shape, or form, whether it's fair or whether it's not. But if that team does end up picking in the top 3 and maybe pick 1, I think they will go quarterback. I think they should go quarterback. But that would also make for why did they take a quarterback in the second round?
Well, so then they took Shuck last year in the second, and then the year before that was Rattler in
The year before.
Oh, yeah.
But I say that, and the reason you take a quarterback in the second round, and some would say maybe a little bit of a reach with Tyler Shuck there.
Absolutely.
And maybe it's because your head coach really has and likes a guy, and whether he's right or wrong, he's going to ride with him for 2 or 3 years, maybe until that deal's out. We've seen other teams do that in the past, and that doesn't really work out. I agree. The Saints are kind of in a really, really bad spot, to say the least. Cap wise, they're all capped out. I mean, they're paying guys for years that they couldn't afford, and now they're starting to pay for it with nothing to show for it. So really, just not a good spot to be in. But if I had to pick one to emerge, I think they will start the year with Rattler at quarterback, and I do think Shuck will go in at a certain point. Whether it's early, whether it's late, a bye week makes sense to me. I'm not sure when their bye week is this year. But I would say if I had to bet, it would be Rattler to start and Shuck to finish to the year. On that sense, I don't know if you guys agree or disagree on that.
I think Shuck's going to open the year. And the only reason I think that is because Rattler wasn't Moore's guy.
Yeah.
He didn't draft him.
That's true.
He came in and drafted Shucks, which as a reach, like you said, the guy's 25.
He is 25.
He's
Kenny Pickett shades of age there.
Dude, he looks.
But I will say, his audition's gonna be this year. Like I think the only path forward for this Saints team, if you're a GM for them right now, is to say, we got some young pieces on the O-line. They got Talise Fuaga. They got Kelvin Banks.
Can I pause you on that? I know this is like horrible, but it's believed that their center has suffered a career-ending or not a career season. Sorry, a season-ending injury.
And what was that center's name? Because I know exactly what you're talking about.
Will Clapp. Season-ending injury. So I thought I just wanted to bring that up because you were talking about the O-line. So
no, that's a good point.
Yeah,
I didn't do that. I just found that out.
Live
reaction.
reaction.
But my point stands. They got their bookend tackles, hopefully, with Kelvin Banks and Talise Fuaga.
That's a positive.
They got the kid from, is it Northwestern? What's his name?
I know you're talking about.
You know who I'm talking about. Who they've been trying to, Penny.
Yeah.
They've been trying to figure him out for years. They don't know if they want him to guard tackle, whatever. Let's say he finds it this year. They have a great O-line.
Okay.
Olave stays healthy.
Alvin Kamara is that guy. So.
AK, great player. VFL. Shaheed, great deep threat. So you have pieces, hypothetically, that could, have a good year. Shuck, let's say he puts together a great year.
Yeah.
And then you're sitting there like, okay, we may have something. But let's say you put Rattler in, you start 0-4, morale's down, Kellen's fighting for his job, and then you throw in Shuck, and he sucks.
Oh yeah.
Moore's fired. I mean, this is.
You think in year 1?
Yeah, I think he's out. Because this is his guy. I mean, you reach in the second round for a guy, you're saying, okay,
Wow.
I'm kind of putting the eggs in the basket here. I didn't like the Kellen Moore hire to begin with, to be honest with you. That's a different thing. But I think Shuck has to start purely for the upside. I think Rattlers have
That's
to
fair.
start.
I think that's a fair assessment. I don't agree that. I don't think Moore's going to get fired this year, regardless.
I think
because I don't think they can
situation.
really expect to be good this year.
I don't think he's going to get fired because of who they're going to pick in the draft next year. I would, before we move on, I want to highlight, you said hometown kid. You were talking about Garrett Nussmeier, right?
Oh, yeah.
Not Arch Manning.
No. Not Arch Manning.
I think Arch goes on.
Hometown kid.
Oh no, he's
Arch
not.
is
Arch Granddaddy said
not
he ain't leaving Texas.
Yeah,
He
you're
is.
right.
Now, then again, if it's the Saints.
He's going to leave. If he
That's
goes crazy.
Saints for the Colts, I can see him.
That's what I'm saying.
But also, I would say that would be if he's won the
from
Heisman, Texas won national championship. He had nothing, else to show. I could maybe see him. I don't think Arch is going to come out this year, and that's not because I have inside scoop. It's because I just saw what his grandfather said. And honestly, the Mannions in the past have all stayed in college for 4 years.
That's
So
true.
I would say Archer's not going to come out this year. I think Nussmeier would be a good fit in New Orleans. But if Chuck, he could prove me wrong. I just don't think highly of him, and maybe I'll be wrong. But I think, you got an old guy that was good for 1 year at Louisville, and maybe he looks the part, but a lot of guys have looked the part in the past. And Daniel Jones. Let's talk about the Colts.
Let's talk about it.
I mean, it's rough.
You just got to keep hoping.
What's going
that
on?
AR
How
is gonna
long-
fade
But it
out.
has to be AR.
If it is,
It has to be.
if it is AR, how long does he stay healthy? I mean, he got hit in the second,
AR.
Oh,
in,
that
the,
was
in the first drive of the preseason
came
game.
out
It
with
was
his
shaking
finger off the
sideways.
side. It was
Which,
bad.
I mean, I hate to be this guy, but if we can't read pre-snap in the preseason in year 3,
So yeah,
I don't know, man.
It's tough to deal.
It's tough. It's tough.
I mean, Daniel Jones, he was in Minnesota at the end of the year last year, and
But do you think he's transformed now because of KFC?
Can we see a
Sam
Sam Darnold revival?
Well, I don't remember.
We've seen crazier things
At
happen.
what point in the season? I'm trying to remember because it was. When did he leave New York? Must have been what, like.
Just middle of the year, right?
Yeah.
Before the deadline.
I mean, he was there in the back half of the season, so I mean, maybe he picked something up. I mean, but I don't know. I think.
I think if they're relying on Danny Dimes, it's going to be like that video of him with the breakaway running touchdown where he tripped on the 30-yard line.
Dude,
But he was sliding.
No, he was moving, but
It is also a hard division.
he got tackled by a ghost.
The Colts?
Or-
Oh, I think
it's
they
probably
should-
the worst
literally
division
might
in
be
the
the worst division of football.
Well, see, that's the first Super Bowl.
It is. Mr. Irrelevant.
I think
Mr. Irrelevant
Honestly,
versus Irrelevant take.
like genuinely.
All right, never mind. But like even then,
Yeah,
like
it's-
they're already looking pretty rough in that division anyway. So
Oh no, I agree that the Colts might.
the
be
Texans are clear winners.
Can we talk about how this Colts team actually has like a lot of talent?
Oh yeah,
They do.
and they
The
might have
O-line is
nothing to
really
show
good.
they are.
They just drafted Warren. They got Downs. They got A.D. Mitchell.
Yeah,
They got Pittman.
lots of weapons.
We took
JT in the backfield. Like a lot of pieces on defense. There's no reason they shouldn't be good other than the fact that their quarterback room was literally sent from like
Yeah, they are a wild card.
The
man.
depth.
Because
Kids
really,
were
like,
really
if you think about it, AR could like hypothetically kind of figure it out, or like figure it out. That's
if they
like,
run the triple up. I mean, maybe.
I mean, dude, that Russian attack's awesome. Tyler Warren, I'm
should-
so high on. I love Tyler Warren.
Maybe he could play quarterback.
Maybe he can.
He did
I
in
think that might
college.
be
He
the
did in
answer.
Penn State.
Or maybe you throw in Riley Leonard.
Or maybe
No.
maybe he could
Dude,
play.
this quarterback room is insane.
Maybe he could play center.
You can do all of it.
Tyler
Do
Warren.
every-
We took their center.
You know,
But yeah, I mean,
can JT put together a healthy full season? That's going to be the question.
JT?
I mean, well, they
I don't
didn't
think
get
it
Giddens.
matters.
I think Giddens is a really good rookie to have to kind of take some slack off JT. Now, do I think that they're starting to give JT 20 carries a game? Yes, they absolutely will.
They have
Unless
to.
they're behind by 30 early, then we might not see it. But
I will say his
Yeah, I don't know.
his season where he played every game, he had 1,800 rushing yards.
yeah.
So if they can keep him healthy,
Oh no, I mean, look, the Colts, like you said, they have a ton of talent. I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's a quarterback's league. I mean, if you don't have a quarterback, and if we're talking about your quarterback situation, I mean, and we're 2 weeks away from week 1.
well, they're not going to figure. I mean, they're not going to
Exactly.
figure it out. I mean, that's just.
Well, no,
it's
I mean,
gonna
they're
be
going
an
to
extra-
figure it out. They're required to. But
No, like but it
It's
won't be
not-
like a good. I mean, it'll just be an extra. I mean, they probably will suck.
the sad thing was, and this is why camp could be deceiving, is that you had reports that AR looked awesome in camp, and he was a new transformed guy. And then you go week 1,
and he
Camp
gets
is
smashed.
Camp is camp. At the
and
end of the day.
everything.
You got to take everything with a grain of salt when it comes to training camp.
Yeah.
You know, I really want to talk about the team with 6 quarterbacks on it.
Well,
I think
I
everyone.
think we have to.
the Colts let go of one of these quarterbacks who
Will be.
could
be
I mean,
QB1.
might have been the Colts starter if he
No.
stayed, but now he's on.
would.
Why don't you kick us off with team 3 here?
I mean, the Browns have
Wow.
an insane amount of quarterbacks, and it could be
It's all a
freaking
matter of
perfect
time.
timing.
It's all a matter of
Successful
time.
hate watch, by the way. I just have to say, as a Steelers fan, it is the most glorious thing ever to hate watch the Browns.
So, how are they going to decide who makes the roster? They have
I
6
think
guys.
it's so
Kenny
ironic.
Pickett. gotta be gone.
That
They gotta trade
that
him.
they just every year fall into the trap of but every year they just have one quarterback that they bank on, and then they suck, and they have this long list. But now they have what is it, 4 or 5? I don't know. I mean,
5. They have a Pro Bowler. Actually,
so now it's like the
Bowlers.
irony of they have all these guys to pick, and they will probably pick the wrong
The
guy.
funny part is it doesn't matter.
Well, it doesn't.
Like
Well,
none of
it's-
these guys have the upside to carry them, even if they're good.
well, the upside. There's a guy that has upside.
Perfect timing does not have upside.
Not for this year, but long term.
So
You're off.
So
I don't think he has that much upside.
So
it
it
should be a good player.
I think we can all agree that Pickett will not be on.
Wait, are you talking about Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
He's-
sorry.
Respectfully,
The ring
He
master.
will not be on the roster by the start of week 1. But
I disagree.
I disagree
think
with
that
that.
he's taking first team reps. Still.
He's second on the depth chart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you got to overtake him.
And then I heard
Well,
that
it was
what's his name? Gabriel's still above Shadur on the depth
Well,
chart.
it's politics. You
Okay,
draft
well,
in the third round, he's going to have to.
okay, well, regardless of who's on the team, who's not, are they going to keep both the rookies?
Well, Dylan Gabriel will
I
be
think you have
Dolphin.
to.
I mean,
No,
that's what I
She
thought.
should have been in the draft.
We got our. That's when we traded back. We saw him leave, and we traded back. We traded out of a pick. So I mean,
But
that's
if
who
he
we
comes
wanted.
available on the market, are you
Dylan
trading?
Gabriel went in the third round.
It was
This guy went in the third round.
just an insane deal.
Like, he's the most Cleveland thing
But
ever.
then you ruin his entire life and pick literally his worst nightmare in the 5th round.
Literally shades of.
I mean,
perfect timing.
Dylan Gabriel probably hasn't said a word in the locker room the entire training camp. I mean, I've seen clips of Browns players, and they're all talking.
I've seen-
Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
Hey, Deontay, what do you think about the quarterback room? He's like, oh, Shadur's my guy. And what do you think about Dylan? He doesn't really say much. I mean, that's just not.
Yeah, but it's literally.
But I
it's
buy
literally
But they can't.
terrorist
They
Deontay Johnson.
can't get rid of Dylan.
It's
Gabriel.
WR6, probably.
They can't get rid of Dylan Gabriel.
That team's wide receiver is better.
Because
You
then they
can't.
look.
Which
not
is why I
smart for
think
drafting him above
Snoop
Shador.
Conley was newly signed. He probably won't make the roster.
Well,
No, he's gone.
And
So,
Kenny Pickett
those
would
would
be
be-
Pro Bowler Snoop.
honestly, Kenny Pickett would be my choice to be honest.
It should be. However,
It should be.
Kenny is, as a Steelers fan, Kenny is infamous for dominating camp and dominating the preseason and being absolutely
He's the
garbage
best
in
practice
regular
player
season.
ever.
So if Stefanski falls into the trap of
Oh, he
believing
might.
Kenny
He might.
could be the guy, the way he dots up in practice,
Only
who
one
knows?
guy can wear 2 gloves.
You know,
However, I will say, I don't know if y'all seen the clips of Myles Garrett and Shadur. They look pretty buddy-buddy.
Oh yeah, I saw that. When he had his
And I
arm
think
around him.
Shadur should.
It's just the most Browns thing. to do
It
is
would
to
be
bring all
literally.
these quarterbacks.
There's no reason to not start.
Do you guys think they have a plan about
Outside
that?
of
Do you guys think they talk about this just in between themselves and they go what are we gonna do?
Absolutely.
I
I mean,
mean, they have to be
who's
in
that?
their coaching staff has to sit there and be like,
They're
the GM just gave us all these quarterbacks. It seems like every guy we drop, we make the wrong move. Any guy we pick is also the wrong move.
Well,
I
the Browns
think
had
it's
some
just
upside about
impossible.
2 years ago, and then a certain guy decided to
I would
do
be
some
I would be so mad at the GM for putting
things
me
we
in
won't
that
bring
spot.
up.
If I was the
But
fan,
then the guy that they got
Pissed.
back brought him to the playoffs.
It's
And it
true.
was balling.
You know, we can't. I mean, the Browns have not been the best drafters as of late.
Let's talk about their draft.
I would
Interesting
like to point out that the last 2 years, their second round pick has had issues with the law. The last 2 years in a row.
That's
and
we're
then-
talking
okay,
about Mr. Judkins here.
Yeah, but the draft. They
as a hater of the Browns, objectively, I loved their draft outside of the debacle with Dylan Gabriel and Shadur. I loved the Schlesinger pick at the top of the second round. Judkins, I thought was a stud.
Do you like Graham at 5?
I think Graham's gonna be.
I don't.
I liked him before he went to the Browns, if that makes sense. Like, if he went anywhere else, I feel much more confident. Even though they developed front seven talent pretty well, I don't know.
I think
Trading away
it's-
from Travis was just crazy.
and especially kind of in hindsight, you look at it, it's like you could have paired Trav and Shadur, which no one knew Shadur was going to go 5th round.
Sure.
But it literally would have been perfect time. That would have brought fans.
Like if you had a draft of Travis Hunter, you probably wouldn't have the Schlesinger.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
But you'd have
You'd have
Travis
one of-
Hunter. You
you'd
could
have
take
one of-
Judkins. You could take Fannin. You could take Shadur. I mean, that's
See,
a
that's
straight
what
forward
Every
offense.
fan like
they
that's
got a lot of talent in the draft.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
And I love
fit.
Dylan Sampson too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
forgot about him.
Sam.
And
Yeah.
Schlesinger's good, and then I mean, I mean, I cannot believe you did. I mean, they had so many picks to work with, and I mean, I guess you take 2 swings at quarterback, but you take the guy that has like the highest controversy, and then you also probably take the biggest reach at quarterback. I mean, I'd argue that Gabriel Biggs bigger reach than Shutt.
100%.
I mean, no one had him
He's
going
projected like
day 2. He was supposed to be a day 3
He was
guy.
supposed to be a day 3 guy, but now that he's not,
Yeah.
but now that he's not, we can't make him a day 3.
Why is that the
Yeah.
case? Was it his
I'm
like
not really
Now
what
his,
was the issue?
his counterpart was
Wasn't
going
he
to be
a
a day
finalist
3 guy.
in the Heisman?
Dylan.
Yeah.
He had a good
Finalist?
year, but
Yeah.
for what? I mean, the kid's 5'11", average arm.
That's why I'm asking his whatever his combine must have been, or his pro day must have been bad.
No, I mean, this was the year of the backup quarterback in the draft. Like, you could get great backup quarterbacks almost throughout the draft.
Oh, good.
Before they do.
Yeah, and then get started running backs. So they got 2 running backs. So I mean, it's 2 running backs, 2 quarterbacks. That was a Madden draft, and a tight end, and I mean, who else they get?
It was how is this guy still on the board?
D-tackle.
Yeah, I mean, you just got a billion different positions, and you got 2 of each.
It'll be-
And you re-signed Myles Garrett. I mean, what direction are we going in? You could have sold Myles Garrett off. Not that, like, I mean, it's hard to go with Myles Garrett, but if you're looking at like outlook right now, like the Browns are not winning anytime soon. You could have gotten a fortune for Myles Garrett, and I mean, you probably wouldn't even have to trade Travis Hunter. But if you trade Travis Hunter and Myles Garrett, I mean, how many freaking picks are you gonna get there to just transform your team?
I just don't understand with a team with that many holes. I mean, I understand acquiring more picks, but you could have had a guy that plays both sides and probably the best talent in the draft, regardless of how you felt about it. And you trade away from him?
Yeah, I mean, that's a blue chip.
Like, I think they got good players, but that's just an all-time blunder.
I personally, and you know, like they took Judkins and they took Samson, who I like, but I mean, if you're gonna trade away a generational talent, you might as well take another generational talent. You could have gotten Ashton Genty, who maybe we'll get into later. That you might not agree, but I mean, I think Genty is awesome, and I think that I would have felt better if I were a Browns fan if we traded away a blue chip guy, got a lot of picks, and then got arguably another blue chip guy, and Ashton Genty. But instead, you get a guy, Mason Graham, who you say could be a good starter and could be a guy that you know is your defensive tackle solidified for a dozen years if it works out. But really, what's the upside there? I don't see him being like, you know, top of the league.
Should we? Should we talk about the Micah Parsons and the Scary Terry?
Yeah, let's get into some
Let's get
contract
into some
situations.
I mean, Jerry Jones said he's not trading Michael Parsons.
Michael Parsons.
Yeah. I feel
Jerry
like
Jones
we
just the he's just so.
I feel like
so
we
much
can
vitality
literally
behind
wrap up this segment with just saying Jerry Jones is an idiot. I mean, it's Jerry Jones intentionally chooses drama. He's been pretty clear about that. But to do it to arguably the best defensive player in the world, who you know you're going to pay. Like, who are we fooling? You have to pay him. He doesn't have a handcuff.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I mean, he doesn't have much leverage because they can tag him, and he's not even up for a contract yet. So, I just think Jerry Jones intentionally handles these things poorly, and I can't wait to see what he
Well, he
does.
needs a handshake.
Well, I can't wait to see what he does when George Pickens comes to the front office and
Oh.
is like, I want my deal. That'll be
boy.
sick.
That's gonna be
That's a fair point.
to be a fly on the wall for all of that. That would be really
I'm
fun.
not going to do a Jerry Jones impression. Because, I mean, that just wouldn't probably end well. But, no, I think you got a lot of controversy. My gut tells me that, honestly, I think Parsons is going to get moved. I just don't think they're going to pay him what he wants. And I actually think he's going to be standoffish
It's a matter
and
of-
not take a deal that, you know.
It's a matter of principle and Dallas.
It's more of you're competing now, though. How are you going to trade away your best player?
Well, I mean, Dak
Right,
Prescott is
right.
expecting to compete now. I saw a video of him. I don't know who was saying this to, but he goes, "Yeah, we'll see you in the NFC Championship." So,
I mean,
I also think,
expecting
I think Jerry would see, he's like openly said it, that he got burned with the Dak Prescott signing. You give him all that money and you don't
It
get
shouldn't
paid
have
for a
given
buck, you might not do it again, even though, Michael Parsons and Dak Prescott are not comparable players.
It is scary to think about the teams that Michael Parsons could go to.
Yeah, hopefully not. Hopefully not in division. But, yeah, that would be awful.
that would be horrible.
I think Scary Terry's going to get paid.
I
think so, too.
I do
so,
think
too.
that the Redskins are going to pay Scary Terry.
They have to. They have to.
Because what are you doing if you don't?
Well, you just went to the NFC Championship.
That's your guy. That's your guy.
Your first round quarterback
Yeah, you got to keep.
has their guy, and he just wants paid.
Mm-hmm. No, he deserves to get paid.
You pay him what he wants.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
No, you have an opportunity to go do that.
Someone else
next
will.
year.
Someone else
So
will.
someone will. Yeah. I mean,
So
I don't know how much
he's
do
going.
you know how much he's asking for?
32. He wants the DK deal,
Dude,
which is
give him
completely
the-
fine.
Dude, he's
in his prime. You just went to that NFC Championship.
And the thing
Give
is,
him
the
money.
the
Yeah,
salary
you pay.
cap goes up every year. You pay him now. There's gonna be guys who are gonna be paid more. And if he's a top 10 receiver in the league, you're gonna get.
he's a top.
100%.
He's a top.
And I don't think it's crazy to say that he's the difference between them being a contender.
Oh, I mean,
You go from Terry and Debo to
Debo.
Debo is wide receiver one.
They lost.
With
by
all
half a
due respect to Debo, I'd be scared if I was.
Oh yeah, no, you're not happy with that.
I'm more confident
Zach
in
Ertz would be WR too.
Literally.
Okay.
So I think they got to pay him. That's that.
I agree. What about some that aren't kind of at? Well, I guess Trey Hendrickson's kind of almost old news now, but that's still an ordeal. And now we have new news with Cam Hayward, but James Cook as well. We have a lot of different holdout or hold-ins, I guess I should say, and a lot of different camps, more than I remember in years past. But it seems like guys are
They're catching on.
they're catching on. They have a little bit more power, and kind of like the college guys with the NIL nowadays, the pro guys are kind of taking a stand too because they realize at the end of the day, if they're not playing, that team is not getting their money's worth regardless. So what do you think about Cam Hayward taking a stand on a team that have all the positive buzz right now? You got to throw in one negative in there just to see.
So I'm completely in the middle on this Cam debacle. On the one side, Cam, coming off an All-Pro year, played probably one of the best seasons I've ever seen from him. Period. At 36 years old, proved that he's not washed. Had an All-Pro year, like I said. I think he deserves a raise. He shouldn't be paid like the 21st best D tackle in the league. He's getting paid half of what Chris Jones got paid. So I think on that note, it's unfair, and I see him wanting to get a raise there. But he signed a deal the year before.
Yeah.
Like that's like you sign a deal and you go into your boss's office 6 months later and you're like, I need another raise. Like, no. I'm sorry. You're 36. You had a great year last year. Don't sign the contract.
He has probably enough
He
money.
could have signed a 1-year prove-it deal and then came back to the table and been like, okay, now I want my big payday for my All-Pro year. But he signed a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
And the Steelers don't negotiate on the first year of 2-year deals.
Yeah.
So I don't think that it's fair for him to come out and demand money, especially after calling out Aaron Rodgers and being like, if you want to be here. And then you're sitting out as the captain of this team that's trying to compete. So I don't agree with the way he's handled it. But I agree with the sentiment that he deserves more money.
Is it a culture problem? Should they fire Tomlin?
I don't think
If this year's a debacle, fire him.
I don't think they'll ever fire.
What would be a
him,
debacle?
honestly.
I mean, they're going to get winning.
If they could,
Yeah, I mean,
The only thing
if
I would
it's
say
9
is
8
like,
again, or
if they're 9-8 and they don't make the wild card and that's it.
that would be
You gotta let them go. 'Cause, I mean,
see,
they won't.
No.
But that's what
They never
Tomlin,
will.
I love Tomlin.
because he knows he's getting a rookie next year. So I mean, he'll be back.
That's true.
But that's that. That's that.
I just, I feel bad that he has to only play for like 15 mil. It's like, I just prayers up for that.
Yeah,
I mean, just
poor guy.
poor
man.
guy that has to play for. I mean, I understand you want more money, and that's like a market. And
Well,
everything
he did say, he said to the front office, he had a presser yesterday, this is the first time he's talked to the media. He said, I told them after I have an All-Pro year, I'm going to come back to the table for more money. So if that's true, I understand it. But you can't be the captain of a team that's trying to win a Super Bowl and be all like the team first guy
2 weeks
and
more
sit
than
out.
that. Yeah. it's
So
just-
like that's bad taste.
Someone paraphrased it on Twitter and said, "I don't know if 15 million this year is enough to put food on my kid's table." Was that paraphrasing correctly?
Is that what he said?
I mean,
He did not say
I mean, it's
Yeah, he didn't say
paraphrasing.
that.
Okay,
He said he can't justify playing at the number he was playing at.
Okay.
Which sure, he played like a top 2 defensive tackle in football, but you agreed to the contract for 2 years, so
Did he not expect he was going to play that good when he signed?
that's
that
what I'm
contract?
saying. I guess
Okay.
with the injury concerns the year before, because he was coming off an injury, had a down year.
Yeah.
That was their negotiation.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I see both sides.
The last one, this might be a small point, but James Cook could be. I mean, the Bills can't be, quite happy that the James Cook situation's going on too, because they didn't draft running back in a great running back class.
No,
You know,
they've
they
got
had
a lot of
potential
great
for that.
contributions from Ray Davis.
And I like Ray Davis and I like
I do
Ty
too.
Johnson.
I do too. That's what I'm saying. Like,
But is that enough for a team that's trying to win a Super Bowl at running back if James Cook is, true to his word and will not play under the current contract?
I think if any team,
Or do you re-sign him if you're the Bills?
I think
for
if
what
one
you
team
don't
has the leverage to not pay him, it's the Bills. Because I don't think they're like, without this guy, we're not a contender.
Right.
I think they're still a contender, but James
That's a
Cook
big piece, though.
absolutely helps them. But I don't know if it's enough to the
So do
point
you
where
think
they
they'll get
pay.
a deal done?
I don't know if they're going to give him Saquon money.
I mean, running backs nowadays, their contract situation is so messed up. I mean, you never know.
Running
Unless
backs-
you're Derrick Henry or Saquon, you could be cooked.
Well, we got to a phase where running backs were expendable, it seemed like easily. Even guys like Saquon, but then that quickly was kind of reversed when you have guys like Saquon and Derrick Henry that have the years that they have, and that team wins Super Bowl because of their running back.
Mhm.
It's like all of a sudden, okay, well maybe we should start paying these guys because they are just as valuable as say a lineman or a receiver. But like he said, I'm not giving him Saquon money because Saquon is. I mean, he's Saquon.
And I do like what you
One of
said.
the best running backs.
If
of all time.
there's any team that can use his leverage against them, it's the Bills.
To me, it's kind of reminiscent of the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs cycle through these running backs. They're really good for a year, and then they move on. I think James is better
They
than
do that
another
with
one.
wide receivers too, honestly.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think
like they
I think
just-
James is better than the ones that the Chiefs have, but I see the Bills being like, I'm looking at the Chiefs contend every year while cycling through running backs because they have Pat.
Yeah.
I think the
Well, it
Bills
opens their
would
cap
be-
space up because they don't have to go splash on
I think the Bills would go to him and be like, listen, dude, we'll give you 10, but I'm not going to pay you Saquon money when I feel like I can compete without you.
Yeah.
I think that's their sin.
I agree.
It's a good spot to be in.
Bills are still contenders, and nonetheless.
100%. With or without.
No matter
Anybody seen Hard Knocks yet?
Hard knocks.
Is it out?
Yeah, the first episode.
I actually peeked it in our living room. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I was watching Forge and Foxborough on YouTube. The New England Patriots have their own little YouTube thing that's getting my juices flowing a little bit. But what you got on that?
I mean, I think we're gonna go to the Mr. Relevant of the Week.
Mr. Relevant of the
Let's
Week.
go,
First
man.
ever Mr. Relevant of the
Let's
Week.
go.
So,
What is Mr. Relevant of the Week?
who is? It's Jackson
No,
Dart,
But
actually.
what is it for?
Let me explain. Yeah, I'll explain what Mr. So I'm basically. Well, you'll see. I mean, okay. So I want to bring a little bit of I mean, I'm not the most ball knower in here, but there's some random stories every couple of weeks that there's going to be a guy that isn't really playing much, and I just want to bring a little bit of attention to him and kind of see what's going on in his life. So
He's the internet knower.
yeah.
Internet knows.
So this week, very interestingly, saw a video from I think it was Overtime, and they had Jackson Dart going around New York, and he was picking out penthouse apartments, and he's getting ready to pay $10 million for a penthouse apartment in New York as and his contract's only $15 million. So
You got
Yeah.
that NIL though.
I was going to say that's that and.
Absolutely.
I mean, you gotta be a sponsor, and also they probably are sponsoring.
I mean, he did a little Ram truck, sponsorship in the video, but
I think he's doing just fine financially.
No, but is he going to? I mean, you got guys like Jameis in there, and you got Russ. Obviously, you know everything about Russ here, don't you?
Rusty's a soft spot.
Dangerous.
Rusty and Jameis and Dart is an awesome QB room.
It's a great
It's
vibe.
a great. I mean, also.
if you're not fired up playing that QB,
I mean, that is all, and Dable looks like he's having time with his
Dable
life.
is fired up.
That whole.
He got his guy in the draft. He's got Rusty. I mean, you can't not love Jameis.
You need a guy like Jameis.
He's going to be a future friend of the pod. Jameis.
I would. Yeah.
I hope so.
The things I would do to get Jameis on the
Shout out
podcast.
James.
Matt, did you find anything else on the internet?
About.
I thought you brought this up to me earlier. It's something.
Okay. Well, this is. I have to put out a statement for the Minnesota Vikings.
On behalf.
On behalf of the
Oh, no.
Minnesota Vikings organization.
Oh no.
And the fan base. We've done some things in this last week on the media and presser side that I'm not particularly proud of. We had Governor Tim Walz and Amy Klobuchar on our field, meeting. I think this is not great for we're a football team, all right. We're a football team.
Focus on football.
And we got a rookie quarterback coming in this year. We got great weapons. Why are you? And then this is the new thing that came out today. we are the first team in the NFL. Oh my, this hurts so bad to say. We are the first team in the NFL with two male cheerleaders, and I don't know who made that decision. I don't know who's in the front office saying like this is good for our brand, but we are now potentially going to be the laughingstock of the league. And
because people remember that, obviously.
No, this will. Well, this edits will come out. I think the NFC North account will be using this against us all.
If y'all are losing games, the videos are going to be hilarious.
This is
you might have 3 once JJ gets benched. And
this is not the case. Sam Howell will pick up the pieces if that does happen. He will not. But yes, bad week for the Minnesota Vikings. I think we have a joint practice with the Patriots coming up, so hopefully we do some good stuff. This is not
we'll
what
have
should
some
be.
cheerleaders in attendance.
So both cheerleaders are Mr. Irrelevant of the week.
Well, and
Do you know the names of these gentlemen?
They're not gentlemen. I don't know. I don't know what we can call them. This is a PG podcast. I don't really know what we can call them, so I'm just gonna say bad media attention for the Vikings this week. We should be focused on our players. Now we're going to perform this season, and this is not what we should be in the news for. So
It's okay.
I denounce, what our organization is doing.
He rebukes the Vikings.
No, I rebuke the front office and the media PR side of our organization.
Great, Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Relevant of the week, congratulations to the Vikings male cheerleaders. The first ever Mr. Relevant of the week.
Excited for next week to see what you bring.
Yeah, I have.
That will be good.
You said that
I didn't know that until
talking about people who had bad weeks.
Yeah.
Talking about a person who had a good week.
Let's do it.
John Gruden.
There he is.
Oh, we love. Okay.
Do we know what's going on with John Gruden?
John Gruden
Why don't you
is-
fill us in?
So, do we know why John Gruden?
Yes. We know exactly. Yes.
Yeah, we're talking about the emails. So, pretty much what happened was John Gruden sued the NFL, and it went through. The state of Nevada is backing him to push it through arbitration. So it's going before the whole Supreme Court system, whatever.
He's got discovery.
We ride with John Gruden on this podcast.
We love
John.
John.
The absolute man.
I'm feeling nicey right now talking about
I'm
him.
also feeling.
So pretty much what
super
happened
sorry.
was Gruden had emails leaked and that had some very choice words to say. Again, PG pod, so we're not going to repeat the words.
People say
we
things
denounced
in
those
emails.
words.
He allegedly said.
Allegedly.
I mean, these could have been planted by the league front office.
True.
As far as we know.
True.
Roger Goodell.
But
you know,
who do you
good for
trust?
Gruden, honestly, all planted on him. He didn't say any of that, and yet he's still doing his
Who do we trust more? Roger Goodell, John Gruden. If I had to put those two guys in the room,
I'm taking John.
I'm taking John too.
I stand with John.
But
For the record.
Pretty much what his whole deal is like, my email's the only one that got leaked when everyone else could have, the emails that didn't get leaked could have said the exact same things.
Oh.
So,
Is that
Is this
like putting down his boy? I mean, like he's taking everybody else down with him. I mean, come on.
I mean,
no? I mean, but it's
but
about
also valid. But also valid.
But like it's like this like you have to think about it. Like he's coming from a place of like the NFL's coming after me for saying those things. He's been in the league, and the NFL also knows what happens in their league. And for the NFL to just come at him, it's almost like you guys are acting like you don't know what's going on.
That is easy.
Like there's a culture in this league, and you know what I mean. Like you're like you can't act. They can't have this like air of like, oh, I can't believe you said that, because people working in the league know what, like, you know, that they know what the culture is. And so for him to kind of be targeted in this way, I'm praying on Roger Goodell's downfall, to be honest with you. I really do hope
the
this is
NFL
anybody.
The NFL provides the product.
He does. And yeah, like, honestly, I don't want to see the NFL's downfall.
No, I don't know. I want to see Roger Goodell's
We
downfall.
wouldn't have a pod if
No, let's not.
It's
act
easy
like
to hate
he's
on the
the
guy, but he does a good job.
And he takes it, he wears it.
Now, does he make a whole lot of money? Maybe more.
Who's not making a whole lot of money?
That's true. You know what?
practice
Roger,
Except for Cam Hayward.
Roger, we'll have Mr. Goodell as a friend of the pod as well.
Yeah. Rod,
Hey,
if you want to come
no.
on.
I would like to say the NFL does plan to appeal. So
Wow, okay.
this is
This is
this
potential
is gonna be
storyline.
this could be a
This is
future week.
Mr. Relevant of the week.
This
Oh.
someone
Well, Mr.
one
Gruden is
side
very relevant.
one side could be irrelevant.
I think taking Gruden's opportunity from coaching in the league, and I mean, we've all seen the video. I mean, that Hard Knocks intro where he's talking about nightmares. I mean, how could you not want to coach like that?
By the way,
I'm in the nightmares.
Guy runs an absolutely quality QB camp.
Yes, he
on
does.
Barstool. Just gotta shout that out.
No,
That
he's
was fantastic.
I actually watched those videos. Like, they were, like, I'm casual. And I watched them.
Fantastic pre-draft.
So, like, for not being able to have this guy in the league coaching a team,
It's only had Drake on it.
it's sad.
If only. We got Will Howard on there though, which I'm
There you go. That's fine. I
Funny,
mean,
man.
There were a few quarterbacks in there that didn't. Cam Ward didn't show up. Taylor didn't show up.
why not?
I'm
no
confused.
comment.
Yeah.
Absolutely no comment.
Do you think it's the Barstool brand that maybe
Do you think that
preseason
correlates
week one?
with the emails?
Could.
All right. Well, let's talk about week one.
Yeah.
Let's talk about week one. JP, what do we got?
You know, I really loved seeing our boy Travis Hunter playing both sides of the ball.
I'm
And
getting
getting just destroyed by the
I mean,
Steelers. I loved to see it. It was good.
I just like that they're attempting it and that he has so much confidence that he can do it because it's something that we've never seen before.
It's
we
good for
have
the
never seen before.
Yeah, I think Travis is going to absolutely shine on offense. I think having a guy like BTJ
Really?
take some of the pressure off. Travis Hunter has never not been the number one option his entire life. And this dude is about to come into an offense where he has a guy that has become the offensive number one guy, and he's going to bring in Travis Hunter now, who is probably not going to have the number one corner on him. Maybe he will. Do you think they're going to run out of the slot?
Yeah.
I think they'll do. I think they're going to move him around. I mean, as we
I
see a
mean,
lot of
he's the
spots
ultimate
in the
puzzle
league,
piece.
because you got, I mean, you know,
How
BTJ
long?
on the outside.
How long?
He's going to dominate.
How long does he last playing both sides? When do you
Yeah, I was
think
gonna
he?
He's not going to play 100% on which side. I think
know,
he's
but-
going to play all the offensive snaps, and I think he's going to play a lot of situations. Every third down, and I think he's going to play, big time
What I
situations.
was referring to was when is he going to choose the side? When do you think the line will be set to where
It's time to
pick
get
one?
paid.
He's going to be a receiver.
He's gonna be one to be paid like a wide receiver.
And he's also going to play all the
I think here's my take on Travis. I think Travis can do both. I think he's gonna be forced to one side except for, like you were saying, specific situations.
Yeah.
Strictly for the prep of these NFL games. He can't sit in every meeting for every room. I think it's gonna depend on the matchup that week. If they need more firepower on offense, let's say they're going against a team like the Steelers, where it's 3 lockdown corners. Maybe they're like, okay, we need more offensive help this week. You're going to have to kind of cut down on the corner reps. I think that's the only sustainable way to do it. I don't think you can be fully prepared on both sides of the ball and then go out and play 100 snaps.
Agreed.
Like, I think it's almost impossible.
But if anyone can do it.
Right, it's going to be
We'll
Travis.
see. It's going to be an awesome experiment, and I think that, applauding that new GM James Gladstone for, taking that risk.
Yeah.
And Cohen probably, gave it a thumbs up. But I mean, you trade away a lot of assets. Some people would say it's a little risky for a guy some people have said wasn't even the best at either of those positions. I personally think he was, I would put him as my WR1, and I love Ted. But I would probably would put him as my corner one as well. So Travis Hunter is a stud. He's going to be a generational player. I think he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
He's bringing. The
I don't know if
fans.
that's a hot take or not. But he's going to bring a lot of energy to the team.
Duval County is going to be rough.
You get your blue chip guy, and especially after seeing the Browns take Mason Graham at 5, which is where the Jags were previously going to be, and a lot of people had mocked Mason Graham in the 5. I think Jaguars fans coming out of Travis Hunter, coming out of the draft with Travis Hunter are a lot more excited about what they got going on than if you had drafted a guy like Mason Graham, who some would say is a boring pick.
I agree.
All right, guys.
I'm excited for Travis.
We already talked about him, but with the 2 touchdown passes in his first game, this guy's with all the controversy surrounding him, and he's still the 3rd string. I really do think we were talking about it earlier, like the situation, the kind of predicament that Cleveland's in right now. I say you took this guy in the 8th round. You're already getting a lot of crap for putting him in the 3rd string. I say you just go for it. Just give him the starting spot. You put this city on his back. All right. This could transform Cleveland. He could put the city on his back.
What's that Colin Coward clip? Hey, LeBron.
We're good, bro.
Hey,
We're good.
hey, we're
Hey,
good.
Joe.
Hey, Flacco,
Yeah,
we're good.
Just
Dylan
like
Gabriel,
Gabriel,
we're
just
good. Kenny, Oh,
We're
Deshaun,
good.
Give me $2.
it is the clock is ticking on this organization to put. I mean, this is a moneymaker.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
You have to do it. So that's my.
It's the
I mean, whoever. I mean, I don't know who else thought the rookie was going to be Shedeur. It should. We all should have said Shedeur. But maybe that should just be my. I should just drop McCarthy and just make this a whole Shedeur.
Oh wow,
we are jumping the gun there.
What other rookies did you want to talk about?
Yeah,
I want to talk about the rookie running backs in general, but specifically, I think we have to address the rookie running back.
The rookie running back.
Ashton Genty out of Boise State.
He changed his stance.
He did,
Some
and
would say that ruined him.
would it be a controversial take to say maybe he should go back after
He
that?
should.
Chip Kelly. Come on.
What are we doing?
No, you should go back.
Let the man.
The guy was the best back we've
Yeah,
arguably seen in a decade, and you change his stance.
Why would
Disagree.
Because you don't like the way it looks. It works.
Is it
Let him
because he's not
stand.
playing Colorado State at noon on the TV station that no one
Okay,
can
but
watch?
Genty
Here we go.
That's not. I think that's a little.
Except for Penn State. 2 fumbles.
but look good otherwise. But yeah, we need to hold on.
I think we should-
Ramondre Stevenson would
Like, should we pump the brakes? Should we pump the brakes on the Genty hype in the way that people are already mocking him as a top 5 running back, especially in fantasy? Like,
Yeah.
he's going.
Well, fantasy wise,
He's already top 5 in fantasy.
Fantasy
He's up.
wise, I
He's
mean,
up.
that's a pretty safe pick. That guy is going to get the rock.
He's gonna get the rock, but I'm saying,
Who else are you
Who else
going
about
to
to say?
besides Brock Bowers?
like, I feel like we've kind of
Yeah,
already
I don't
locked him
wanna say
into.
that.
Jacoby Myers.
I feel like we've locked him in because of his talent and what he showed. Like, obviously, almost won the Heisman as a running back. I think we've already locked him into, like, this guy's going to be the offensive rookie of the year, or he's going to be number 2. Should we pump the brakes
No,
a little bit?
I honestly don't think. I think it's an overreaction to overreact and say that he's not going to be who we think he's going to be. I think Ashton Genty is going to get all the opportunities that a rookie running back might not always get. The team is built around him right now. As generational as I think Brock Bowers is, and I actually think he literally has the potential to be the greatest tight end of all time. Who's getting the ball 20, 25 times? Who's Chip Kelly going to build that offense around? It's going to be Ashton Genty. And when you got, Geno Smith at the helm now, Pete Carroll, love to pound the rock. You had a guy like Marshawn Lynch. Back in the day, they used to feed the rock, and that's how they had success.
The Raiders
Should have fed Marsh.
The Raiders are.
Should have found a guy.
They're gonna find it. They're
I
gonna
don't
find
know.
a guy. They get another weapon.
Yeah, no, if you start getting receivers on, no
Weaker
offense to your boy Dante Thornton Jr., who is a freak athlete. If he's already your starting X, I'm not going to say that he might not be killing in camp. He does have the potential to do it, but if he's already the starting X and he was a
Day
day 3 guy,
pod. I was gonna say. I mean, I'm not jumping.
I don't think it's a great
Beat,
sign
but-
for your receiving core this year, as much as I like Jacoby Myers being a former Patriot. Genty's going to get the rock. Genty is still probably the favorite for offensive rookie of the year after preseason. I think.
Which is valid. I agree. I think we're over.
But he didn't shine the most out of any of the rookie running backs in that first preseason game.
That's for sure.
I'm just going to go ahead and say it first, the way. So I was going to talk about him. Travion Henderson had an unbelievable, first preseason game. Some would say he had the best first play of an NFL preseason career in history.
It's hard to argue.
He went 100 yards and scored.
I can't imagine.
What do you guys think about Travion Henderson right now after one preseason game versus what you may have thought of him coming out of the draft?
I'll say I didn't love the Travion Henderson pick strictly because I thought the Patriots could use a more important position than running back.
Okay.
However, I think it's clear that Travion's talent warranted that selection, and I think he's just going to be a pure playmaker for the Patriots. I wouldn't box him into a third down running back role.
Yeah.
I think he can split out in the slot and play slot. I think he can be great out of the backfield. I think he can be an early down back. So I'm up on Travion. I'll say it. I'm up on him.
I'm gonna say that I want to see more from him. He had a kickoff return, but that was in the preseason. Like, I want to see what he can do when he gets the rock.
I think he showed some explosiveness. We were doing toss cracks, and number 4 overall pick Will Campbell was absolutely mashing
T-Rex.
backs.
He's going crazy.
Okay, T-Rex was absolutely showing people out wide. He had a great debut as well. Patriots won by 30. What an awesome preseason game. What an awesome preseason game over the Commanders. And Jaden Daniels didn't want to see 10 in that head-to-head. That's okay. Travion was awesome. I think that he fits into a role. I mean, the easy comparison is the Lions with Gibbs and Montgomery last year, and I think it's honestly pretty fair. I mean, it's Gibbs and Montgomery light, obviously. Ramondre is very comparable to David Montgomery, I think, as a runner, and I think, Travion Gibbs is honestly had an unbelievable start, one of the best starts we've probably seen from a guy of that, of that position in history with how many. He was also part of one of the best offensive, cores in the league over the last few years. So I think Travion has an opportunity, and I think they are going to try to get him the ball a lot. Because in a Josh McDaniels offense that made James White look like, he became the guy that he became and had big moments in the Super Bowl. He's used guys like Kevin Falk, guys throughout the years where he loves those screen passes. Travion Henderson's built for those. He loves running guys outside of the tackles. So I think the Patriots are going to play a lot more speed this year on offense. It's going to become a lot more exciting. And honestly, when we took him at the time, he was one of the guys that I wanted in that slot, but he wasn't the number one option. And it's not because I didn't love the prospect, which I did. Everybody did the easy thing to say is the Patriots needed a receiver or something like that outside. But you kind of think about it and you're like, well, I mean, if you have a running back that can catch the ball and it can be a dynamic guy and space out the field, which is kind of what you look for with receivers as well. He fills that role, and he's a guy that's such a safe choice. And I haven't even gotten to his pass blocking as well. There's pass protection. I mean, if you watch some of that college film and it was shown in training camp and in that preseason game, I mean, he is knocking pass rushers over as a running back. The guy is dirty. So I actually think he's going to steal a lot more snaps this year out of the backfield than most people probably anticipated going in. Because Ramondre Stevenson is a really good running back, but he's having fumble issues, and he's not quite the dynamic athlete that Henderson is. So that's all I'm going to say on that. Travion Henderson, I think they deserve a shout out for an awesome preseason game.
Last thing I'll say about that, I think the more I look at it, the more I just look at it as the Patriots acquiring a playmaker, which is what they need.
Yeah, that's what
they just need more playmaking.
Yes.
And I think at the time he was probably the best playmaker on the board. So
I would agree.
I like it more now than I did when it happened. We'll wrap up. I gotta mention Caleb Johnson.
Yeah, how he did.
He did okay. He looked like a rookie. I mean, he had one run where he shoved Travie into the dirt. I loved that. That was great to watch. And he had 3 carries for 12 yards when the first team goal line was out there. So, I mean, 4 yards a carry. It's good. I'll take that against the first team defense.
Yeah.
He had bursts, picked up a first down, kept his feet running. I thought that was good. Saw some film where his vision was maybe not perfect, but I mean, it's a rookie in his first game.
We're growing.
Didn't do very well once the second team O-line was out there, which, understandable. It's pretty much our third team O-line with the injuries that we had to our second stringers. I think Caleb's going to be really good.
Do you think he's going to play more snaps than A.J. LeMoore?
Not until after week 10. The Steelers are so stubborn to trust rookies that if you don't have like a perfect preseason, they're not going to. Jalen Warren, let's not forget, Jalen Warren.
I like Jalen Warren. I was hoping that he wouldn't get re-signed before we had Travion Henderson.
Like,
I thought he had Patriot all over him.
To me, he's like Travion without the burst.
I love Jalen Warren.
He doesn't have that long speed that Travion has, but his pass blocking is amazing. Mm-hmm. He's good between the tackles. He can make plays in space. He can catch the ball. So I think Jalen's going to be.
Was always a fan of giving Jalen Warren more carries than old Najee Harris there, as much as I couldn't agree with and try to hope that he was the first. So do you have any rookies that stood out to you at running back?
I mean, me personally, I think I've already said it tonight, but Ollie Gordon was really, really impressive. I don't know, and the thing is, he was impressive behind the guys that we had at O-line. It's really encouraging.
Mm-hmm. It's a big back.
I think O'Marion Hampton, did anybody kind of watch that Chargers game? I think he was a little underwhelming to start, but, perhaps not RB2. I would argue that Travion may have surpassed him in my rankings right now. So now, as far as what I see happening this year at least, I do think O'Marion's going to be a really good player, and I think that he's going to get a lot of chances this year. But then having Najee Harris, I don't know if he's going to get as many touches as maybe you would anticipate a, potential bell cow running back to get, even with Najee's kind of situation going on. With
Najee's such a hardball guy. He's such a hardball.
Oh, yeah.
You called that signing.
I did. As soon as Najee hit the market, I knew Harbaugh was just going to go after him because that's what they like. Mm-hmm. But Hampton is far and away the more talented player. They just lost Rashawn Slater for the season, which is a massive hit. They're going to move Alt from right tackle, who had an unbelievable rookie year over the left tackle. That's a big change for a guy going into year 2. I think he's going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it leaves a hole at right tackle now. So that's a separate topic, but I think O'Marion's going to outsnap Najee by the end of the year.
I would agree.
Just because I think he has more burst. I think Najee would be a great goal line tackle.
I have another guy that, just really quick before we move on, that I would like to throw out there. RJ Harvey for the Broncos.
What do we like about him?
Behind J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah.
Dobbins gets hurt all the time.
Oh, no, Harvey is going to get a lot of
I'm just saying, I think RJ Harvey could play a lot, could be a really big fantasy guy.
He loved Harvey.
Yeah.
He loved
He's an older back. You draft him because you think you're going to play him this year. So
And like I said, behind Dobbins, he could play a lot.
I think he's going to be in front of Dobbins. That's what I think the hope would be.
Well, I'm just saying, if Dobbins continues the trend of getting injured.
I agree. I actually think Dobbins could, barring any injury,
He's a good back.
he's a
I agree.
he's a good-
I agree.
And I also think the Broncos are going to be really good this year. We'll get into that.
We'll get into that.
Any other rookies that stood out?
At running back, I thought Bashaw Tootin had a good game.
Maybe aside from running back.
Any other rookies in general?
Yeah.
I think that's a good segue into our day 3 guy of the week. We talk about
Day 3 guy of the week.
So the day 3 guy of the week, you want to explain it? I mean, say.
day 3 guy of the week. Pretty self-explanatory. We're going to have a day 3 guy that we bring to the table each week that we thought had a standout performance or that we're excited to see moving forward. My nomination for this week.
So we're all going to nominate a guy, and Mr. Relevant.
Oh yeah,
You gotta
Mr.
sell it to
Relevant
me.
will choose from the pool who he thinks is the day 3
And we will
guy
keep
of
a
the week.
tally on, let's see if we have, repeat offenders for day 3 guy of the week. But these are, just for the record for the viewers that don't know, rounds 4 through 7 of the draft will be considered day 3. That is the name origin. So, we're pretty fired about day 3 guys. So, go ahead. Who's your nomination?
My day 3 guy of the week, and honestly, I'm not going to say this now, but possibly the season is Keandre Lambert-Smith.
Wow.
Out of Auburn, previously Penn State.
Okay.
The guy is going to be a contributor for the Chargers.
For a good
Okay.
team.
A weak receiver room.
Yeah.
The guy's destroyed Cam. Herbert loves him. Bigger body,
Okay.
fast, has all the tools.
You feel like
Just hasn't put it together. Destroyed the Hall of Fame game.
Okay.
I mean, out of the gate, it was like everyone's like, "Who is this guy?" Oh, it's KLS. Day 3 guy has all the upside for a team that's signing Keenan Allen
Mm-hmm.
in an attempt to bring back the gang. They tried with Mike Williams, and he was like, "I'm done. I retired."
Yeah.
Kicking the tires on Keenan.
Yeah.
Ladd obviously going to be wide receiver 1. No doubt about that. But I think KLS brings something to the team. You get a field stretcher, bigger body. I think he's going to contribute for the Chargers, and I think he's going to contribute early.
So like
nomination.
sounds good.
My nomination is a player that I really wanted on the Dolphins and who also had a big special teams play. LeJonte Wester
Wow.
from Colorado.
Okay.
Played with guys, that we mentioned already, Shadur and Travis. But
We like it.
he had an 87-yard punt return in which he looked awesome. I mean, he was freaking moving. But also, he had 2 for 3 catches, 41 yards. Big playmaker in the game. LeJonte Wester. I mean, explosive player.
Where do you see him going this year? Like long term, like in terms of the season?
Well, I mean,
what's the situation?
He's on the Ravens. So, I mean, he's on a freaking stacked roster. I think ESPN had him as the
Not
number
stacked at receiver.
I did see that.
number one roster in the league. But
No, I saw rookie, the best rookie class the Ravens apparently have that. That's what
I was talking about roster. But anyway,
They did have a good draft.
I mean, I think he could be especially wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have like a ton.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think LeJonte could be have a shot to be Lamar's guy. I mean,
Wow.
Okay, you're selling that like it's.
but
Sales pitch.
Yeah, I mean, as if I didn't, that they have,
My day 3 nomination of the week.
No.
I mean, he knew exactly what to hit, and he knew it. You do even have a good pitch.
Perfect.
I think the guy could have caught the pick in the end zone. But
Shadur stepped up when the lights were bright, and he looked the lights were kind of bright. They were brighter than most preseason
In Carolina
games.
on a week 1.
And we gotta respect, Shadur showed up when the lights were really bright in the preseason. He had a pretty good game. He had 2 tugs. He looked pretty good doing it. I thought his first drive, you were kind of looking at it, it was kind of a hate watch.
It was a mess.
And I think most people wanted to see Shadur,
Oh, they want to see
not do well. And that's the thing. Shadur didn't. Shadur really stepped up.
You know what I'm realizing?
And Shadur did a really good job. And honestly, you're now hearing the chatter even more so that he could be your best option for a week 1 quarterback. To me, being a rookie quarterback, 5th round, you're not going to have any pressure usually unless your name is Shadur Sanders. And the guy stepped up on a team that, he could go from the 4th-string quarterback to potentially the starter.
I will say
he got an opportunity, took advantage of it.
he looks the part.
And he looks the
The
part.
guy looks the part.
It is perfect timing. It is week 1. It's the first podcast of the Day 3 guys. What better than to start off with some perfect timing?
I can't wait till he tries that spin out of the pocket move against TJ Watt.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see.
No,
But you know what? He was cooking a lot of those preseason fools, and he's my nomination. I would like to say honorable mention. I was kind of debating between 2 guys, but shout out to Cam Little, kicker for the Jaguars.
70 yards.
He is a Day 3 guy. He hit what would have been, an NFL record field goal, 70 yards. So really hard not to take him on that. He also went 4 for 4 in that game, just absolutely just nailing kicks. But my official nomination to you, Mr. Relevant, is perfect timing.
All right. I mean, you guys gave some players. I mean, honestly, a guy in LA that's looking to really bolster up that wide receiver room. I mean, that guy sounds like I did see him in the preseason game and at the Hall of Fame game. He looked really good. I did not see the punt return out of your guy. No, I know, and I feel like taking Shadur would really be the wrong pick, to be honest with you, because it's just so on the money that a guy like him is like, he's a Day 3 guy, and no one thought he would go on the 3rd day. So for that reason, I have to take perfect timing Shadur Sanders. It's the best. I mean, did I not just say 10 minutes ago? It's perfect timing. It's a new era for Cleveland. You have a player with the marketability of Shadur Sanders. Why wouldn't you take something like you want to? Let's.
It's okay.
Football's fun and all.
We're gonna be on your weekly. It's okay. We'll get him back.
Shout out Trell.
All right. Shout out Trell.
Shout out Trell.
Oh yeah, I'll edit this in. I mean, for everybody to watch.
Picks been made though. So our first.
It doesn't matter. I kind of want to watch
Official-
this. Oh,
Nick takes out the first Day 3 guy.
I wouldn't take that as a win for me. It's
honestly, it was just
it's a win
It's
for
a win for
It's a
Shadur.
win for Shadur.
It's a win for perfect.
because
So
the
Shadur
day he
for
comes
first
on the
three.
podcast,
Official.
we'll be able to tell him you were the first Day 3 guy of the week that we ever took.
Future friend of the pod, Shadur Sanders.
All right.
Day 3 guy of the week, episode 1. So great
That's
choice,
fine.
Mr.
Shadur. I feel
Relevant.
like no hard
He could come back. He could have another.
If Shadur wasn't
I
in
think
that,
he could.
I would take him.
He has potential to be Day 3 guy of the year.
He has potential of all
If he
time. Actually,
balls out.
Yeah.
All right. With that being said, I want to move into our segment: higher or lower. Teams we are higher on, and teams we are lower on than consensus. Nick, what do you think?
So we're starting off with teams that were higher on than most teams. My team, and honestly, I was debating because I'm higher on a few teams this year. Wasn't really sure which route to go with this. There's a few teams I could say the Patriots. I'm not going to say the Patriots. I am high on the Patriots. They would qualify if it weren't a biased choice. Another team I think that I'm not going to talk about, but that I think is going to be really good this year and have a step up is the Carolina Panthers. I think that they had a great offseason. But my pick is the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos surprised a lot of the league last year. And they made the playoffs with a rookie quarterback in Bo Nix, who was that QB5 in that draft or QB4? QB4. QB5 in that draft. So Bo, people would say if you're QB5 in the draft, maybe, and then they would say it's a reach. He came up, he stepped up to the plate, and he was awesome in year 1. Sean Payton has really turned around the Broncos, getting away from your boy Rusty there. We love Rusty, hopefully future friend of the pod as well. But I do think the Broncos are built to win this year. Dare I say that they could win that division this year over the defending AFC champ Kansas City Chiefs.
Tall tats.
The Broncos added.
It would be a story.
It would be. The Broncos did what they needed to do this offseason. They only lost Javonte Williams, Zach Wilson, Cody Barton. That's not really that much, but they added guys like Evan Ingram, who they needed the tight end. That was probably the biggest hole that they needed to fill. They did that. They added 2 Niners, Dre Greenlaw and Talanoa Hufanga. Did I say that correctly? And they had J.K. Dobbins, who we mentioned earlier. They also had an awesome draft. They got Jadae Barron at cornerback, already adding to a loaded Pat Surtain, Riley Moss. You got to respect Riley Moss, right? I mean, and they had R.J. Harvey in that backfield. They got a receiver, Pat Bryant, out of Illinois, who, I mean, he could be pretty good. He could contribute. That receiver room, honestly, Cortland Sutton got paid this year. The Broncos had a really good offseason, and they have a great offensive line we've mentioned. They now have 2 running backs in the backfield that I would say is an upgrade over Javonte Williams, and I think they had Estime last year.
Yep.
So they're trending in the right direction. They have an exciting White. They have Riley Moss. That's what I wanted to mention. And then Evan Ingram is going to make a big difference, I think. He was on a bad Jaguars team and still managed to produce when he wasn't hurt. So hopefully he'll be able to stay healthy this year. 2 instant starters and those Niner guys to an already really, really good defense. They re-signed Zach Allen, I think it was, too. Or extended him, I should say. So the trench is really good. Sean Payton's Broncos are built to win this year. I don't know if they're my pick to win the AFC. I don't think they are. I think there's teams that are still maybe a level above them. But crazier things have happened, like I've said a few times on this podcast. The Broncos may have moved into serious contender territory, and dare I say it, they win their division right there over the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Raiders alike. So I'm very high on the Broncos this year. I'm expecting Bo Nix to play with some swagger this year, some confidence, and to have more weapons to work with on a team that I think did all the right things this offseason. So if I didn't give their offseason a grade, I'd give it an A. I don't know if it was the best offseason in the league, but I think it was a top 5 offseason in the NFL to a team that was already really good this year, or last year. So I think that they did better than maybe another surprise team in the Commanders, which I'm sure other people will talk about them. They're very noteworthy. But the Broncos are my pick for the team I'm higher on.
Who you lower on?
You want me to go my lower 2? Well, the team I'm lower on this year would be the Houston Texans. This might be a hot take, and it's just not because I think the Texans are going to be a bad team this year, but I think, with C.J. Stroud at the helm at quarterback, it's easy to paint the Texans in a light that they remain a contender. But they simply just didn't make the adjustments and the additions in the offseason that I think this team needed to make. And they actually got worse, I'd say, on a unit that was already probably the worst unit in the league, which is the offensive line. Maybe the Patriots were a little worse last year, but the Texans were very close to the bottom. They did add Trent Brown. They did add Cam Robinson at tackle, 2 guys that probably passed their prime, and for good reason they were there in free agency. I don't think they were very highly touted. And they traded away their franchise left tackle, Laramie Tunsil, in a surprising move. They get rid of Stephon Diggs as well after he got hurt. They did add Christian Kirk. C.J. Garner-Johnson they added as well, but then he got hurt. The Texans didn't get better to me this offseason. They had an interesting draft. They added 2 of the Iowa State receivers who I like. So they were trying to replace those offensive weapons, which they got unlucky with Tank Dell. Diggs got hurt, so they got rid of him. But having Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel to add to Christian Kirk and who else is up there? Who am I forgetting? Nico. Texans are still going to be pretty good. I think they probably still will win that division.
Not a lot going on in that division.
But that division's, like we mentioned earlier, probably the worst division in football. I don't think the Jags could potentially get some juice and maybe catch them this year. I don't think that'd be out of the question. I think they're going to lose a lot of games they're not supposed to. And the Texans, I think, were a team that I respected last year and thought could win a lot of games and maybe go deep in the playoffs. They didn't, and I don't think that and it was because of the offensive line, and I don't think that they improved. So I actually think they may have a little bit of regression this year. So that would be a team I'm lower on. With that being said, they still probably will make the playoffs in a really bad division, getting an auto bid. But I could see them very easily being a first round out to whatever wild card sneaks in from a tougher division. So that's my pick. So we'll move on to Gabe. Who's your team that you're higher on and the team that you're lower on?
I heard Rusty mentioned earlier.
Oh.
Did I hear Rusty? Can we cue some future? Can we cue the future?
Yeah, I can cue. What do you?
The future.
I am putting my stamp on the 2025 New York Giants.
The New York Football
The
Giants.
New York Football Giants.
Wow.
I'm excited to watch this team play.
I am too.
As a Steelers fan, I have my doubts about Russell. Although I don't really put our season last year.
You can keep talking.
I don't put our failures on the back of Russell Wilson last year. He had George Pickens, Pat Freiermuth, and straight nobodies to throw to. He had a bad O-line. And he played well for a long time until we hit the gauntlet of the Eagles, the Chiefs.
Well, he also took that insane hit that probably ruined the season.
The season went from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows when he got cracked on the 2-yard line in NT.
I wish we had a reenaction of that moment.
I'm gonna go
That's
get my
okay, we're
computer
not
charger.
talking
Right
about
quick. I'll be back. I'm gonna go get my computer charger.
We're
I'll
talking
keep
about the
talking.
Giants.
We've lost.
I will
Russell
say-
It's okay. I'll be back. I'll be back. It's okay.
We've lost Mr. Irrelevant.
It's okay.
Lost a big contributor
Dude.
to this conversation. Russell Wilson. Should I wait till he gets back to?
No, that's okay.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Just, yeah.
Russell Wilson is going to be the ideal fill-in for this team. You got Malik Neighbors. You extend Darius Slayton, a guy who I'm high on, great deep threat. Wanted him last year for the Steelers. But I think Russell can distribute to these deep threats. That's what he does. He throws the moon ball. The O-line has questions. If the team is going to be bad, it's because of the O-line.
I would agree.
I like Schmitz. If Thomas can stay healthy, I think that's humongous for them.
It's humongous in the rest of the line.
If Evan Neal can figure, the guy's talented and can figure it out.
He is.
So the offense is what it is. They have Malik and they've got Cam Scatteroo. They got Tyron Tracy coming off a good year.
A notable name.
But this team is going to be defined by this defense.
The D line
This-
is insane.
I don't think enough people are talking about how good this. You got Kayvon Thibodeau,
Yep.
Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, and Dexter Lawrence.
Like,
I mean, Abdul's already terrorizing. We didn't really touch
Abdul
on him,
Carter-
but he's terrorizing teams already.
Abdul Carter is going to be a stud. I don't think I've seen a more lock of a pick than Abdul Carter.
Yeah.
Wreaking havoc on Deion Dawkins, who's probably a top 5 left tackle.
Already.
Like, this front seven can wreck games
Oh, yeah.
completely. And I
Really
think
take
they
trouble.
can do enough every game to give Russ and that offense a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the mold the Steelers went for last year. It just didn't work out on the stretch.
Yeah.
They are going to live on the back of the defense making turnovers and being super disruptive in the pass game. And I think because of that, their upside is good because they have a guy like Malik Neighbors
To
that
rely
can
on.
exactly, and you got Russ who's going to spam the ball.
He's gonna find it.
Yeah.
So I think the Giants, with the additions, they didn't really lose anybody. Thought they had a great draft. Darius Alexander's older defensive tackle, but I think he can contribute. Marcus Bow had a really good first preseason game. Apparently, that could be humongous for them. Big tackle if he sticks. So I see no reason why this team can't compete in. I'm not just saying compete in division because the division is very good and top heavy with the Eagles and the Commanders.
Yep.
Cowboys kind of a question mark. I think this team can sneak into a playoff spot.
I don't put it past him.
I
It's a great
So-
choice.
and I think a lot of people are low on the Giants, so that would be my pick for
That's
a
a good
team.
pick.
It's also like
Yeah.
the division's kind of stacked. I mean, honestly, now with you got obviously
It's a tough
Philly.
division, no doubt.
It's a tough. I mean, I don't think I think Cowboys are clear. Like I'm extreme. Not my low team, but I'm very low on the Cowboys, and so I don't think.
I think the Giants
between the
saw what
Commanders.
the Eagles did to everyone,
Mm-hmm.
specifically Mahomes in the Super Bowl, and they were like, if we can be disruptive like that,
Yeah.
we can compete. And let's say Russ sucks. Let's say Russ is benched by week 2. You've got some excitement with Dalton.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm not
Even
super high on Dart.
you even have.
I'm just saying, like, let's say Russ goes down.
It doesn't even have to be Dart. It could be
and
Jameis.
also, friend of the pod, Jameis Winston.
It could be Jameis.
And let's talk about the vibes in this quarterback.
I was going to say the vibe.
Have y'all
The
seen that?
vibe
Okay.
of the quarterback
Did y'all
play.
see this video of Jameis with the
Oh,
crossbar?
the crossbars.
I mean,
yeah.
beautiful
Oh, yeah.
video.
We're
I
all
mean,
going to Bible study.
we're all
Yeah,
good. And
we're
then
all-
like only like 4 or 5 guys were like yes, and all of them were just kind of like, no. You need a leader like that in the locker room.
I have an insider scoop. My buddy, Scotty Rogers, him.
Shout out.
His boy, Micah McFadden, that's his buddy, great linebacker, but he's locker buddies with Jameis, so we're getting a few inside scoop. But Jameis is transforming that locker room. So there's
Really?
a little day 3 guys inside scoop from us.
And I think Dable has a great offensive mind. I think the team could be good. So
I
that's
agree.
the
I like
team
it.
that I'm higher on. The team that I am lower on.
Oh, this is expected.
surely this
I
won't be
think
biased.
Surely it won't.
Surely it
But it
could.
shouldn't be.
Okay.
It shouldn't be biased.
The Cincinnati Bengals have underperformed for 3 years
They
now.
have.
And at what point are we going to start to say, maybe this defense is that bad?
Maybe
that
they're
can't-
No, they are bad. They're bad.
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
I don't know who's trying to tell you they're a good defense.
The whole national media.
I think,
is
we
Really?
I think they just want to ignore it. They choose to ignore
Yeah.
it.
Really?
Focus on how
I'm a casual and I know their defense is dog. Like it's
Well, everyone
horrible.
knows the defense is bad.
Yeah.
But they think that this team, because of Burrow and Jamar, can contend every year. They can't.
Really?
In my opinion, this defense
Didn't
is
they have like
seriously that
a
bad.
top
Not
like
in that division.
3 offense last year with that like outside
Sure,
of the,
Yeah,
yeah. So if they had,
9-8.
I know, but if they had a defense, could they not contend? then?
They could, but
If.
they
Yeah.
don't.
Oh, I know.
That's-
I know. It's an if. It's an if. I'm just
They-
But I agree. It's
they
right to be
cleared
low.
pattern with Shamar Stewart all off season.
Yeah.
They're treating Trey Hendrickson the one bright spot that defense had.
Yeah.
They don't want to sign him.
Yeah.
Because they gave Jamar 161 million. They gave T 115 million. They gave Joe however much money was left in the city of Cincinnati. They don't have money to pay a defense, and
Yeah.
their defense sucks.
And they regret.
They got rid of their DC, which I understand you have to, but you're in a loaded division. The Ravens, not even going to say the Steelers, even though I think we're a significantly better team than them in this current
And the
season.
Browns.
And Shadur.
Perfect timing.
But
He's so perfect.
it's time that we stop treating the Bengals like a serious threat. And
Oh, yeah,
have
no,
a
I agree.
serious defense.
No, I agree.
Well,
Yeah,
they did
yeah.
add
I'm with you.
Desmond Ritter.
Oh, never mind. They're contending. Like,
They did add Noah Fant.
I'm just
To
saying.
the offense.
No,
I
but
think
no,
it's-
they
I
need to
think
add
it's-
something to their defense to actually be.
The defense has a lot.
Who's
of
wait? What's the
that
outlook right now? Like nationally on the Bengals. I'm
They
interested.
have no outlook on the defensive side of the football.
No, I'm just saying like in general. What are people saying like they're
No, I
going to do
saw
next
ESPN
year?
had them at like lock top
Yeah,
five.
power rankings top 10.
Yeah.
Insane.
I
Are you
think it's
se-
consensus.
That's
they're
horrible.
almost-
Okay, well that's
If you look
horrible. I
at
think.
quarterback,
Which-
probably the best quarterback in the league, maybe besides Josh
100%.
Allen.
I understand the offense.
Yeah, I
The
understand that,
offense
but
isn't the problem.
That's not everything.
I don't-
We watched last year what happened.
yeah,
They had Jamar had the best year receivers had probably since Cooper Kupp.
Mm-hmm.
Joe was the MVP if he wasn't a terrible like their team wasn't terrible.
yeah.
Like that's probably the best offense we're gonna see from them,
Mm-hmm.
and they still didn't even make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I think under 500.
I think they hover right around there until they can get a
I
Super
think
Bowl.
it's
Yeah.
very possible. That's a great choice.
So that's the team.
I like that.
That's good. Matt, who do you have as your teams that you are?
All right, so I am extremely high on the Commanders. I really think that a lot of people are gonna say that like the NFC Championship was their ceiling, but you got a guy now like Jaden Daniels who went to that NFC Championship. He's had that experience, and now he can really settle into the offense he has now. And I mean, especially like with Dan Quinn and like what they're doing in Washington, I think is really great. I mean, you've got. Let's see. I mean, Cliff Kingsbury is really good, and I mean, I think that what they've
Really
done.
good player.
No, he's a good OC. You know, and then they. I mean, they have Debo now, which is good. Just adding it. I mean, and if they re-sign Terry, yeah, Scary Terry, they'll be great. So they signed. Let's see. They signed Laramie Tunsil. He's a good O lineman, and I mean. So yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting to see what they do. Also, an interesting stat for that NFC East is there hasn't been a repeat winner of that division in how
20
long?
years?
20 years or something like
So you're
that.
saying Philly's not going to do it.
I would love to see them break that
You
streak.
think the Commanders are going to go better than 12-5? They went 12.
I would have to look at their
Some would say
schedule,
that was a
but
fraudulent 12-5.
I mean,
some
I would
would
have to
say.
look at their schedule.
I would say.
But I do think that with that stat in mind, I mean, to break a 20-year streak, I mean, I think they're in there. So I'm pretty high on them. I'm excited. So.
I think it's fair. I think the Commanders overachieved last year, and their schedule helped. And I think Jane Daniels was awesome. And I actually think they did have a pretty good offseason, considering like who they added. They made a few bold moves. They get a left tackle and Laramie Tunsil. You get Debo, Von Miller, Kinlaw, Dietrich Wise, Patriot, Jonathan Jones, another Patriot. So you get a lot of guys that are veterans that have been around the league. And it looks like it's win now mode to get Josh Carnley too and Trey Amos, who most people would say it was a pretty good value
If they
there.
sign Terry.
And you
They'll-
extend
no,
some
they'll-
old guys in Wagner and Ertz. And if
It
you
is
get
really
Terry back,
dependent if you get Terry back. I think.
pick.
I mean, it's going to be hard. I mean, are you going to probably like? You're not going to win both games against the Eagles, I don't think so.
No,
I think
you
they'll.
both-
I think you split. I mean, I think if you split, you're gonna be.
Oh, you're gonna be very happy.
You're gonna be in a yeah. So
Von Miller doesn't go to teams that he
Even
doesn't
though
think
Kenny
The
so.
defense is the wild card to me, and I think that the Commanders could very well do a very similar feat that they did last year. Maybe they win it all. Maybe they don't. I mean, I don't know. But that's a good pick.
no,
We'll see
I think a lot of people wouldn't be as high just because like they expect like okay they went to the NFC Championship and it was fraudulent 12-5.
I agree. I think a lot of people are predicting.
But I think I don't think people are giving them the credit that like honestly Jaden Daniels is going to be a monster for the next like 10 years in the league, in my opinion. It just like with the like to just get thrown into that offense and for people to have all these conversations about like, oh, it's such a basic offense. He was dotting people up and they were playing well. So they got to where they got to, and I think that they're going to continue the momentum next year. Or this year. Team I'm low on. Not biased at all. I would never, but Lions. I mean the Lions.
Wow.
I mean, yeah. You
Oh,
lose.
why?
Why? Because you lose both of your coordinators. I mean, you lose both of your coordinators.
That was the one that had.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. I mean, you got. I forgot his name. Ben Johnson goes to Chicago, and then I don't know where the Aaron Glenn to the Jets. You lose. I mean, can Campbell like run that team without the two kind of masterminds that he's got under him? I mean, how far does grit get you? Like,
I guess we'll see how the X's and O's translate. But I mean, I did think Campbell is probably the best motivator in the league. I'd say. I'd argue Braves getting there.
Coming from someone who has had Campbell coach my team before, I think the Lions are in a good spot.
really?
Subtle flex there.
I had to throw that out.
Yeah.
The interim for like what 3 games, something.
Mm-hmm.
Campbell, I mean, he's been a beast ever since he was the interim for Miami, and I don't think he's gonna have a fall off at all.
Okay. Well, and
I think
then
it's all the culture.
they lose their so they lost 2 of their starters on the O line. So
I think the O line could be a question.
the O line's a question. They have some injuries on the D line, obviously. So that's definitely.
Killed him last year.
Yep. So and then also the it's a top like 2 division in the NFL in my opinion. So I mean you've got the Bears gunning for them, the Vikings and the Packers all I mean it's gonna be hard for them to keep that.
Weren't they 15-2 last year? I mean, I don't think that's even close to happening again. So I think it's a fair take. I think that they are going to have to earn it this year if they win that division. I think the Packers are coming. I think the Vikings are solid, and I think the Bears honestly got better. So maybe the Lions are going to struggle a little bit this year. Who knows?
It won't be as easy as it was last year. And if they slip up, they could fall into that 2 spot, and that would and with the expectations that people have for them, that's really not. I don't think that's going to be enough for like their fan to keep their fan base happy. So, because apparently now you get to or they didn't even make it to the NFC Championship. They lost the divisional, but apparently now the expectation is in Detroit is to win a Super Bowl. Like if you don't make it that far, then apparently burn the boats. So I think the Detroit fan base is getting spoiled quick with their success. So we could see.
Show for it,
so.
It is funny that you bring up the Lions because I'm actually talking about the other 2 teams in your division.
Okay.
Which just clicked with me a second ago.
Okay.
So the team I'm high on, and I feel like I should, like most people, I know it's people that are high on that most people aren't, but it's the Packers.
Ooh.
Okay.
I think it says a lot when you draft a player in the first round that you haven't even sniffed that position in the first round in 20 years. I mean, listen to the room they had before they drafted Matthew Golden. They had wrong one. Jaden Reed, Romeo Dobbs, Dontavion Wicks, and Christian Watson.
Mm-hmm. Lots of mid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Jordan Love spreads the love.
I'd say he's a bit robust.
Jordan Love spreads the love. Like, all punny. I know. Jordan Love spreads the love.
No, it was good.
But, I don't know. I just think it says a lot when they take Matthew Golden and they haven't taken one. I don't think since we've been born. I think that says a lot.
They love Matthew Golden.
And their defense is good, too.
Good reason. You guys just
had a great draft process.
And their defense is good, too. I mean,
I agree with you because I I haven't heard almost anyone talk about the Packers.
That's what I'm saying. And I mean, I didn't watch their preseason game, which actually I'm curious. I want to see how Matthew Golden did in their first preseason
He had
game.
one catch on the slant, I believe.
A huge slant catch.
Just
The agenda begins.
great route, great hands.
The agenda begins. He has a great name for a great
Oh yeah,
receiver.
for a receiver, yeah.
Well, he has all the tools. I mean, ran 4.29? Ran a 4.29, decent size, great route runner, fast in and out of breaks. I mean, there's no reason he shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Also, I'm a very big fan of Josh Jacobs. Like
Respect.
I listened to his. I think he did a podcast with
Friend of the pod.
with I can't think of the
Belson?
podcast name. Yes.
Belson?
Yeah. And hearing his story from like where he came from, I mean, instant Gator fan. Like,
Really?
I'm sold on it.
What was the story?
I mean, he just like was like he grew up like hotel to hotel. His
Okay.
dad would
Trenches.
yeah. His dad would pay for like the hotel that had the free breakfast every time because like they couldn't. It was just hard times, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, coming from a Tennessee fan to hear that you like an Alabama guy,
Wow.
you know, it's
telling.
It's a cold day in hell, isn't it?
exactly.
Shouts to Josh Jacobs.
But
Shouts
so-
to the
Yeah.
Packers.
The other team that's the team I'm high on. The team I'm low on.
Wait,
you
because the
actually-
Packers won the Super Bowl. You're high on them, and they're a good team.
depends on if Love stays healthy. I mean, I don't think they can win it.
Okay.
I think they'll make a push.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Eagles are your favorite out of there?
I mean, it's just.
I think everyone's favorite is the Eagles.
It's
They're
shocking.
I
scary.
listened to Howie Roseman on Pardon My Take.
They lost some pieces, though.
They did, but they just have the depth, and they're going to reload.
It's just. Yeah.
It's just
awesome.
automatic.
Someone say it's Joker.
Could be Jover.
But
Who
we
else
talk
is
about
a Jover for?
Who's a Jover?
Oh,
Yeah, who's it really? Yeah, I love this pick
Oh,
because I'm
the
seeing it on the doc.
Bears.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Chicago.
Why are we lower on
The Bears.
Why are we lower on Chicago?
You know, I just don't think that freaking Ben Johnson can do the same thing that he did in the Lions.
I
with
agree.
this team.
And why do you think that?
You know, Caleb Williams, I'm not sold on.
Really?
Agreed.
Would you say that Drake made better?
I'm not. We're not.
Not quite
I'm not.
really.
Why do you feel the need to insert 10
I'm
right
not.
now?
I'm there. But
Drake bet.
I'm there.
He bet.
they have good receivers. Not sold on DeAndre Swift. I've had him in fantasy for a long time,
What
and
sounds like about DeAndre Swift?
he makes me mad every single year in
He's
fantasy.
Well, somebody traded him away, and somebody won with him in the roster. Ooh, I'm somebody.
Ouch.
Topic for another discussion.
Well,
So I would say
They have
DeAndre
three-
Swift is a fantasy football champ.
they have three good receivers, or they have DJ Moore and Roma Dunze, Luther Burden. We'll see. I don't like Luther Burden.
I personally love
I
their core.
I love Luther.
But
Luther's that guy.
their O line,
I would take Tyler Warren over Loveland, but that's another story. Go ahead.
they got Joe Tooney from the Chiefs. Great pickup.
Great pickup.
My guy, Darnell Wright. Hate to say it,
Mid.
super mid. VFL locked down Will Anderson in college. Let me tell you, but mid. So their O line is a question, and their defense is their D line's good. They have Montez Sweat and Grady Jarrett, obviously.
I'm hearing a lot of good.
Grady Jarrett. Yeah, I thought this was like
Grady
a,
Jarrett in 2025.
Yeah.
But I will say their defense is young. They had a bunch of the young guys that played in the preseason game against Miami the other day. Hippolyte and Noah Sewell.
saw that.
They both, I mean, they're young. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't think Ben Johnson's the difference for him. But
What would be a season projection for the Bears? I personally think that they're going to have a winning record
I think they'll
in a tough division.
I think they maybe squeak out 9.
Does Caleb
I've got-
throw for 4,000 yards?
Sure, maybe.
I honestly think the Bears are going to have a good year. I think Caleb Williams is going to have a much better year. I don't think he was as bad as advertised last year. I'm still going to say Drake Betta because Drake Betta. But Caleb, I think, is pretty good. I think he's going to have an awesome receiving core with the three guys that you mentioned, and Loveland is a great receiving threat too. I think they got to retool the O-line. I think Ryan Poles was cooking. I think the D-line is still good. I think they drafted pretty good.
and I mean, I'm not
They
like
didn't lose anyone besides Keenan Allen.
I'm not like ripping on them because kudos to their front office for the Bryce Young deal. I mean,
Yeah.
that trade has turned out to be
Yeah, incredible.
make this team what it is today.
Yeah, but what are they going to do with it?
I feel
I
like
think
Caleb
it's-
Williams is one of the only players this offseason that I've heard no positive feedback about.
It's easy.
Same.
And also,
I
will-
agree, and I know that's not like a valid reason for concern, but you would think you'd see at least one headline that's like Caleb's flourishing under Johnson's. I feel like it's been more he's struggling to pick up the plate that he's being given by Johnson.
I think that it's interesting to say that Caleb Williams has had, from what the announcers were saying on Sunday whenever we had our game, it sounds like he's drinking through a fire hydrant. Because apparently Ben Johnson has said that he wants to give him more than what he needs and then dial it back, as opposed to give him less and then have to push on him. So I mean, I don't know.
I will say it is an
We'll
interesting
see.
dynamic
He'll be
to me of a rookie quarterback starting out with a bad coach and then them getting fired and then bringing in a savant and an offensive coordinator that turns into a head coach in Ben Johnson. I do think they will level up. So I'm not saying I refute your pick, but that would prove if they are worse that you are lower on them than probably most people. Because I personally actually think the Bears got a whole lot better this offseason and that they're going to be pretty good.
I'm with you, Pete.
You're low on them as well?
I'm lower on them just because that division's so tough.
It's so tough. That's the hard part.
I struggle with Caleb just flourishing.
I don't know if he's going to be like a top quarterback.
No,
He's gonna have to be if they want to be good.
Now next year, when he gets a year under his belt of Ben Johnson, we could be having a completely different.
I will say potentially he could be the best quarterback in that division this year, performance-wise. It might be a hot take. I don't know if Goff will
was
stay
an
as
MVP
well.
candidate last year.
You don't know.
They
We'll
lost
see.
Ben.
They
So
lost
that's
Ben.
the
We'll
thing.
see.
Careful
And I
with
think
what you say about JJ.
JJ
Careful.
is going into his first year, and Caleb is going into the second year. So I mean, Caleb's got the experience. He's more talented than JJ McCarthy. He's probably more talented than a lot.
You're going
of
to eat
people.
those words
I think the
eventually.
Bears are probably the most polarizing team.
They are. They're a
No,
team
I-
that they could go either way.
Like,
And
you
I
either-
honestly, I would lean it's going to be more good.
I'm just
but
matching
the
them
record might
up.
not show it, but
Matching them up, I just don't see them like winning 2 games against any of the divisional opponents.
well, they don't have to win two. But I could see them splitting with everybody.
I agree. But I
They're
still
not.
think even
They're
that's-
not splitting with the Packers, and I don't see them splitting against us, and I don't see them splitting against Lions either.
You think they're going to 0-6 in the division?
Well, you know,
That's insane.
I'd be willing
To
to
bet that
bet
they
against
will.
that.
no.
Yeah, speaking of, good transition.
Oh
Unless you had more on that.
no, that's it. We're good.
Yeah, so
Let's
that'll wrap up our higher to lower segment. We're going to revisit that every week, give an update on each team, kind of where we're at, how our agendas are being pushed. But Pete, you want to explain our Betta Betta segment?
Who is the Betta Betta?
That's the question.
So the Betta
I
Betta
hope it's
segment-
me.
Yeah.
I hope it's me. But we're just gonna pick what we like. We're gonna see who the Betta Betta is, and we're gonna keep up with it over the season. Our head-to-head picks, underdog picks, our Mr. Irrelevant parlay.
A lot to unpack there.
Oh, that's where it could get gritty.
I mean, so the plan for right now is for me to act. I'm definitely considering actually putting these bets down. You know,
He's gonna put
I'm gonna drive
They will be
legally. I will drive to a different state. Don't have a VPN. I will drive to a different state and put these bets down legally because you know we're gonna follow the law because this is a PG program.
Very lawful.
King
But-
D-mode.
Yeah, but
FanDuel Sportsbook future friends. of the
yeah, we're gonna try and get that sponsorship rolling. I'm
pod.
gonna.
DraftKings Sportsbook.
Yeah,
future
any
friends of the
who
pod.
Caesars, whoever wants to sponsor this, I will be making a
Wonder
graphic.
Better by Jake
Wonder
Hart.
We got to give a big shout out to WonderFan. Blake Patterson at WonderFan.
Wonder fan, we love you.
Excited for the sponsor.
But yeah, the plan is I'm genuinely considering putting this bets down and then hopefully going positive by the end of the season. So that would be. And if you guys want to tell me, you know,
So please tell him the Betta Betta segment we will not be doing this week because we will not be betting on preseason games. That is not smart. And we
don't
endorse that.
No.
And we're gonna take a season
That is
long
dig-
record of all these picks. So we're gonna give some fantasy hot plays every week. We're planning on giving head-to-head picks every week. We're gonna go through and pick each game, and then we will have betting picks each week. We'll have one prop against the spread. So everybody will pick a guy that they think is gonna do better than their over/under on their player prop
Or Betta.
or better.
Or
I
Betta.
should say. There we'll see if someone does better against each one of us.
Or not Betta.
And the pick of the week, we'll pick one against the spread. We'll have one underdog pick where we'll all pick a money line that we like, a team to win outright. And then we're going to have our squad ride. So the Day 3 boys and Mr. Relevant, we are going to have a squad ride every week where we will pick one game, or it will probably be a game, I would assume. And we're all going to ride together. We're hopefully going to go 22-0 on the year.
No, we're going to be perfect. Yeah, no.
We're going to try to go 100%.
We're sharp,
For
guys.
everybody there, we are sharp. We might not be sharp. That's yet to be seen.
Yeah, it can't be a heavy favorite.
No, it's going to be against the
yeah,
spread.
yeah.
It's going to be against the spread. We're going to make sure it has some juice to it as well. And then we did mention Mr. Relevant's parlay will be done every week. And that will be the one that we will be curious to see how far.
An interesting
up or
thing.
down we go.
Yeah, an interesting thing. I might inject a little prop from different sports to just kind of put some juice into it because I want you guys to make some money. So
There we go.
there's some possible. Again, do not make preseason bets. Don't do it. You will not make money.
If you're betting on preseason,
You are a degenerate if you bet on
Definitely
preseason.
don't bet on preseason football.
But Mr. Irrelevant,
Definitely don't bet on Trey Lance and the Chargers.
but
But,
Mr. Irrelevant should
or
go
Joe
over
Milton
200 passing yards.
But if you were to ask me that, I would say you put your whole mortgage on Shadur anything. Like any player prop.
that is
Any-
not an official prediction for the Betta Betta.
It's not.
For the record.
Mr. Day 3 says no. Mr. Relevant says yes.
That is Day 3 guy
Wait,
of the week.
wait.
Shadur Sanders.
What else is Mr. Irrelevant doing tonight? That's a great
It's a
segue,
great
JP.
segue. Great.
To wrap up the pod, the first episode of the pod, we're going to introduce the Is Mr. Irrelevant a Ball Knower of the Week?
We like to have fun here,
Where
guys.
all three of the Day 3 guys will be presenting Mr. Irrelevant with a football question that I would say over 75% of football fans would get correctly. Who would like to start with the first
Well, I'm hands off the computer.
Mr. Irrelevant Ball Knower question?
Yeah, I'm not. This is just purely tech. I'm not looking at anything. Trust. I'm just gonna look up, and they're gonna ask me a question.
He's good. You want me to go first?
Let's do it.
All right.
God.
Mr. Irrelevant,
Okay.
for your first ever question
Mm-hmm.
of this segment. Peyton Manning won in his 4th and last ever Super Bowl appearance.
Okay, dude.
What team was that for, and who was the losing quarterback in that same Super Bowl?
It was the Broncos, and if I'm correct, it was Cam Newton.
That is correct. Hey! 1-0.
Can you give us the celebration that he came up with?
Cam Newton.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a little
Yeah.
Oh, and bonus here, this doesn't count, but I
Okay.
just want to see what Super Bowl was that?
That was. I want to say 50.
Hey! Wow.
I remember the gold on the field, and then Cam muffling the ball.
Just
I mean,
have to say, excellent debut
I mean,
for Mr. Irrelevant.
yeah.
On to
appreciate
question
it.
2.
On to question 2.
Let's not get too excited.
Yeah,
We
this
gotta
is.
go over it.
Yeah, no, this
Yeah.
is. Hey, it's only the first. We're in the second.
That was kind of a
We're
warm-up point.
And we will be keeping a tally throughout the season of Mr. Irrelevant's record. And he is 1-0 to start the year.
Very nice.
On to the second question.
All right.
Who has more MVPs to their name? Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers? And I need you to name how many each of them have.
Wow.
That's tough.
We'll give you 0.5 per.
So it's A-Rod with more MVPs.
Correct.
Yes, and then
Oh yeah, sorry.
yeah. I mean, it's a trick question. You would expect me to pick Tom Brady, but no, it's A-Rod. I'm gonna say A-Rod has. I feel like it's gonna be too high. Is it 7 for A-Rod?
Holy cow! No,
No, it's way too.
7 MVP.
He would be the GOAT.
Oh,
He would not. He would be the good.
No, I don't think MVP. Yeah, I don't think MVPs
He
make you
would
the
be
GOAT. Is it 4?
Yes.
Okay.
4.
And then
for Rodgers.
Brady has 2?
Brady has 3.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
2-0. So he's going to be leaving with a winning record.
Yeah.
On Mr. Israel his ball note of the week.
Let's see.
Let's see if P-Man can get him.
So, this past preseason, we saw Cam Little make a 70-yard field goal.
Okay.
Who was it that set the NFL record a few years ago with the 66-yard field goal?
That is Justin Tucker.
Wow, ladies and
He
gentlemen,
beat the allegation.
Mr.
Wow.
Irrelevant goes
What?
3-0.
He's feeling good about himself.
I'm feeling really good right. I'm feeling. You know how I'm feeling? I'm feeling nicey right now. Thanks to the goat, John Gruden.
Hey, well, you know what? That's really good. It's a great start. Now we'll go into the second part of this segment, and that is this guy a day 3 guy or not?
All right.
So we will all present a name of a guy, that's in the league. It could be a former guy in the league as well. Probably going to be a notable name. We'll try to make it a little bit fair. But Mr. Relevant will be guessing, or hopefully he'll just be knowing, whether this guy was picked in day 3 of the draft or if he was not. Would you guys like me to go first? We're doing some typing right now.
I mean, I know mine. But
I know mine as well. You can go ahead. We'll go in reverse order.
Was George Kittle a day 3 guy?
He was a day 3 guy.
Wow. You know where he went?
Yeah, what round?
Where did he go?
That's okay.
What?
I'm just curious.
Oh my. Yeah, I don't know.
The college? Oh, you don't know the college?
Yeah,
went
I
to?
was somewhere.
No.
Wow.
No, I don't.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's tight end to you.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Iowa State.
Oh,
Iowa.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Very good. 1-0.
I knew it was
1-0
yeah.
is this guy a day 3 guy.
Oh god.
Matthew.
Oh no.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Yes.
I'm gonna go with a hometown hero for you.
A Miami guy.
No.
Oh.
Was
Miami.
Percy Harvin a day 3 guy?
Oh wow. I want to say no. He wasn't.
Final answer?
He probably went in like the. I feel like he was. I thought he was a pro. I thought he was exciting for the team, so he wasn't. No.
He was not.
Yeah,
Wow.
he was exciting. Yeah, he was an exciting. I remember he was exciting for the team.
Wow.
That was a long time ago. God, that must have been
Really
what,
good.
like 2012, 2013?
2013?
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah,
Very
it was
good.
exciting for the franchise. I remember that for sure. All right.
Was Julian Edelman a day 3 guy
Okay.
or not?
Well, I mean, I think he was. I think this is the we'll see you. Okay, so
Is
this
that
is
your
the chess
final
match.
answer?
This is the chess match right here because you think that because I said false on that one, I'm going to say it now, but then at the same time you're using Edelnut on me, dude. Come on. Was he a day 3 guy? No, because Bill Belichick would have taken him in like the 4th round just to mess with people. So no, he was not
It's
a
the
day.
4th round day 3 pick.
Oh, it is a day 3 pick. He could have. I mean, Bill Belichick easily could have taken him in the 3rd. Yeah, no, he wasn't a day 3 guy.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
He was.
His first incorrect.
Julian Edelman was picked in the 7th round.
Okay.
At
Well,
pick 232.
Quarterback.
Overthought it.
What?
Kent State.
I
A
did.
legend.
yeah, no, he is.
Julian
Edelnut
Edelman.
is a
Hopefully
legend.
future friend of the pod.
Probably
not,
not.
but hopefully he is.
Probably not.
Hey guys, I'm happy with. I mean, to
But you
go
won
what?
a collective
What,
5
and 2?
1.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
5 and
a
1.
fantastic.
Really
game.
impressive.
Fantastic.
And
They're gonna have to be harder.
You guys think?
Next week.
You might have screwed yourself
Yeah, I might have. I should
for the
have.
year
Probably should have gone a little.
because that was a very impressive performance.
That was
How much ball did you guys think I knew? Like really?
not that
like,
much.
Really?
For the record, not that much.
Yeah.
Really.
I just figured
really
mine
pleased.
would be like, there's a lot of kickers.
There is.
I mean, but like Justin Tucker's known for like being tough.
Really
I don't know. I feel
It's him.
no, he is him.
Well,
We'll see when I think innocent before proven guilty. That's a good thing to go by. That is the law in the country. So, anyways, Trevor Ariza. How about or
All right.
Trevor
That's
Ariza.
awesome.
Are we talking basketball
God.
or Matt Ariza?
Matt
Ariza. Yeah, Matt
All right,
Ariza.
that was bad. That was not good for your allegation. That's okay though. I think that's a really good.
I think that's
episode
an
one.
excellent way to end off the pod.
Yeah.
It is. So let's everyone applause.
Round of applause.
Thank you about that.
Thank you guys for joining us here on the Day 3 Guys pod.
Yes.
We will be back. We will be back next week, hopefully dropping on Thursday, talking more preseason,
Mm-hmm.
giving outlooks for the 2025 season. Thanks for joining us. Follow the socials. Peace.
Yeah.